Was good with everybody. The Lakers are really looking at Kyrie Irving right now. LeBron James wants Kyrie Irving again. Y'all remember when LeBron James was crying after the trade deadline, and he was pretty much upset and disappointed that the Lakers did not make a move to get a guy like Kyrie on their team. He wants to play with Kyrie Irving again. Earlier on on First Things First, you seen Nick Wright. He proposed the trade that would send LeBron James to the Warriors to play with Steph Curry. Now, I'm not saying that's really gonna happen, but that's what they was talking about. Um, so the whole point is this, right? Every single year when LeBron James' team loses, they start a campaign to get him more help. This will be the second time that LeBron James played with Kyrie Irving. And I want to point something out. Do y'all remember when Kobe Bryant couldn't play with Chris Paul because they vetoed that trade? A lot of people agree with the fact that maybe Kobe would. Well, actually, a lot of people do agree that Kobe would have won more championships if he would have played with Chris Paul. But yet and still, they still make it seem like Kobe isn't on the level of certain guys as far as basketball ability. But how can that be the case if you know what I'm saying? We see him go to 3 straight finals without Shaq. I never really understood that, but right now you have a situation to where as though uh, the Lakers are pretty much trying to pick their poison between if they want Kyrie or Trae Young to add on top of LeBron James and Anthony Davis, which would, you know what I'm saying? It just goes into the situation. If you think about it, Kobe never really played with he never really played with no elite ball handler and elite shot creator, elite point guard when it was his time to start on the Lakers. The only time he had that was when he was coming off the bench because he was playing behind Nick Van Exel. But other than that, bro, he didn't have that. And then he got a 38-year-old Steve Nash and led them to the playoffs. But LeBron James got a Westbrook who just came off of averaging a triple double still, and paired that up with Anthony Davis, and they missed the playoffs. And they was on pace to miss the playoffs this year with Westbrook again until they added D'Lo, who they love and adored. This is another guy who, man, even D'Lo is better than the point guards that Kobe had. I'll say D'Lo is better than Derek Fisher. I mean, D'Angelo Russell is better than who else this man have? Ramon Sessions. So you gotta understand this, bro. Like I don't understand how can you be the best player if you have all this help? How can you say that he can carry the worst teams in NBA history and in the same breath say that he needs all of this help? Because remember, even as far as Anthony Davis, bro, Anthony Davis was pretty much considered the best big man in the NBA at the time when he went to go join the Lakers. And Kyrie Irving, whether you like him or not, he's an elite point guard. He's at top of the top, best of the best echelon of the point guards in the NBA. This is facts. So you pretty much want to stack the deck at every position while still calling yourself the GOAT. This is despicable, bro. This is absolutely just disgusting to me, bro. And man, like, listen, bro. From that aspect, from LeBron fans, it's disgusting. But I do like it as far as basketball terms. I do think Kyrie Irving would be able to step in and be a big time closer for the Lakers, which they need right now. But it's just a lot of narratives that's contradicting themselves because even this morning I seen on TikTok somebody reiterating the fact that Kyrie is pretty much a loser in their opinion, and he really helped teams win. They was laughing at me for saying that for saying that Kyrie Irving's game translates to winning basketball. They was literally laughing at me. I can show y'all soon. I'm ready to pull up Chuck too. Y'all smash the like button, right? They was laughing at me for saying that, but they want Kyrie Irving to come play for the Lakers so bad. Hold on. What up, Chuck?
What up? What up, Crunch?
Yeah, yo. So how you feel? So you heard the Lakers is trying to get either Kyrie or Trae Young.
Yeah, I heard. They're trying to make that move for either or.
Yeah,
That's LeBron type, bro.
yeah,
That's
man.
what LeBron does. Honestly, I was having a discussion, Crunch, and you know
Yeah,
me, I'm big on Timmy and whatnot. You know what I mean? I'm real big on Timmy. I've been trying to bring Timmy more to the forefront. Like
yeah.
honestly, Timmy was drafted in 1998 or 99. I can't remember what year.
Uh-huh.
But honestly, this man hasn't had a losing season that whole time, bro. Never missed the playoffs. Won 5 out of 6. How's LeBron over him?
Yeah,
Is
man.
he
It's like
boring? Because
they
he
jumped
plays
the
a
gun
boring
with that.
game? Like that's the only reason because this game is boring. That's the only reason why LeBron's over him. Help me understand why he's over him. As far
Yeah,
as he got the accolades too.
that's true though, man. Like, I
How do
mean,
we how do that's why on my list people get mad at me all the time, but it's Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Timmy, and then it's Curry and LeBron
that's
for
tough.
top for fifth. Fourth, fifth, whatever you want to call it.
That's tough.
Because when I look at it overall, Timmy has a winning record over LeBron in his era. So does Curry. So I can't put those guys underneath him when they beat him head to head.
Yeah, Timmy do got a winning record against LeBron too in the finals.
Yeah, he got a winning record against LeBron in the finals. So does Curry.
Yeah, so that's not a bad list. I mean, he's the best at his position, undebatably all time.
Right.
So
But how does he not get talked about in the GOAT conversation?
yeah, I was low on Tim Duncan. Like you remember, I used to put him real low, like 10 for
Yeah.
11. But he in my top five now.
And I used to get on you about it.
Yeah,
Tim too low.
yeah,
Timmy
yeah,
too
yeah.
low.
You definitely got on me. That was a main thing he was getting on me about.
I was like, Timmy's too low. And because I watch, see, the thing is, I watch basketball, but I don't watch basketball for the highlight of it. I don't watch because, oh, this guy dunked on him or this guy did this incredible move. No. How unstoppable are you? Tim Duncan was unstoppable. There was nothing you can do. You were at his mercy. He was going to give you that bank shot and you was going to take it and walk to the other side.
Yeah, yo. He
And that's what
yeah.
dominance is. Like, when we talk about dominance and the greatest player, give me a moment where LeBron was like this guy that was unstoppable, that there was nothing no one could do. Michael Jordan, when Michael Jordan played, like there was nothing you could do. You was at his mercy.
Yeah.
You never at LeBron's mercy. You hope he take the jump shot. Take the jump shot, bro, so we can go to the other side, get this rebound, and go. People get mad at me, man, but I be like, it's
Oh,
true.
it is true though,
It's
man.
true, man. He's a
That's
terrible
fact
jump
though.
shooter. Like I talked to a LeBron fan, right? And I said like this. All right, since he's the greatest of all time, right? I want you to answer me a question real quick. And he said, all right. I said, is he the greatest post player you ever seen? He was like, nah. I said, is he the greatest mid-range player you ever seen? He was like, nah. I said, what about the greatest three-point shooter you ever seen? He was like, nah. So how he's the greatest? He's
No,
not the
for real.
greatest and
Yeah.
none of those things, but he's the greatest player of all time. How?
He's not the best at anything.
Right.
And it's
He's just
crazy,
good
yeah,
at
yeah. Because
everything.
yesterday I was just saying, Kobe and Jordan, it was a discussion whether they got the best mid range of all time.
Yeah. Oh
That's
yeah.
something that they did, better than everybody else.
Kobe was an assassin at that mid range, man.
Yeah,
Kobe was an assassin. And
yeah,
Mike was just he was lethal at that mid range. Mike
yeah,
was a whole nother level. That mid range, man. I felt
yeah.
bad for you if he get you in that post. He get you in that post. He back you up in that post and that little left post, that little left box over there. You already know what's gonna happen. He's gonna fade. He's gonna swing one way, fade the other way, and it was gonna hit nothing but the bottom of the net. I barely seen this man miss doing that move.
It was self said James killing MJ and Kobe.
Huh?
somebody, it was somebody commented that LeBron would kill MJ and Kobe.
No, he wasn't. LeBron didn't even kill Michael Beasley, bro. Michael Beasley was killing LeBron. What are we talking?
Hey yo,
Michael Beasley ain't even in the league no more, and
man,
he'll still come back and give LeBron business.
yeah, we cooking LeBron this morning, yo.
Yeah, yeah. You know what the problem is with these young people, Crunch? They watch LeBron. They listen to Nick Wright. They listen to whatever the other dude is, the other
Yeah,
clown, the skinny dude, and they believe everything they say. Like their word is gold. Like, bro, go
yeah,
back and watch games. Literally, don't go back and watch highlights. Watch games of how Mike dominated. Nobody dominated like Mike ever.
yeah, bro. Like,
Nobody. I've never seen a shooting guard dominate like Mike has. Braun is a much bigger player, and he doesn't dominate like Mike does.
man, Brian, man, I don't know, man. I just want to know, man, why like he got a losing record in the finals, man. They say that he the undisputed best. He ain't better than Kobe to me, man. I don't care what nobody say. I know what basketball is, man. I seen it.
Well, he's not better than Tim Duncan. And
That's a good point.
an old
Yeah.
Tim Duncan beat him. Let's remember that. An old Tim Duncan beat him.
yo, Chuck, Chuck wilding this morning.
Now I'm on one today, man. I'm on one today because I was reviewing the tapes.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
was reviewing the tapes today. I was like, nah, man, I can't let people slide with this LeBron being the greatest of all time garbage. Ain't no more slide. Ain't no more letting them slide. No more, Crunch.
Yeah, yo.
Again,
After he got swept, man, like
it
it's no
ain't even
remorse
about.
now.
For me, it ain't even about the swept. You know what it really is about? I just watched this game and I was like, this dude really never evolved his game. Like he's
Yeah.
not great at the post. He's not great at the mid range. He's not a great 3-point shooter. He's definitely not great at the foul line. So what do we mean he's the greatest of all time? The greatest of all time of what? Losing?
Oh man, yo.
You
Man,
know I'm gonna
listen.
keep it a beam.
LeBron, man, like I never thought he was the best. Like I always thought like it was weaknesses in his game. You feel me? Like when I'm watching LeBron play, I'm not thinking that I'm watching like the best player ever, especially when I seen other players that have no weakness in their game. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I see it, bro. I seen
Yo,
Kobe.
to be honest,
Yeah.
think about this for a second, Crunch. To be honest, him and Jimmy Butler game is about the same.
Same yeah, like same level, same tier.
Same tier. They have about the same amount of game. They can pass the ball decent. They can get hot every once in a while on you. Only difference between him and Jimmy Buckets is the fact that no one's calling him the chosen one. Because if Jimmy was called the chosen one, then we would be saying Jimmy's the greatest player of all time.
That's true because yeah, I mean, because Jimmy do he be carrying guys to the finals too.
It's the
So
same.
all the
They have the
narratives they
same
say
game.
about LeBron is really about Jimmy.
Right. They have the same. Look at that. Watch their games. Watch Jimmy Buckets tonight. Just watch his game and tell me if it doesn't emulate LeBron a little bit to you. His jump shot is not that great, just like LeBron's. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
His drive is suspect, just like LeBron.
they both don't got no bag.
They both don't have no bag. I'm telling you. I watched. I was like, jeez. I said, wow, Jimmy Buckets. Why does this? And I took the tape and I put LeBron. I said, "Wow, that's who it is." I said, "So if the media would have been hyping Jimmy buckets, he would be the GOAT right now."
Yeah, like if they hyped him up, yeah, yeah, I see what you're saying. Because then they would allow them to make super teams and whatnot. So he would have a range if he made super team.
Yeah, if you had, come on, if Jimmy buckets would have been there playing around Dwayne Wade,
Oh my god.
Chris Bosh, they would have won a ring.
Yeah, he went to the Miami. He took the Miami Heat to the finals without those two guys.
Right.
Feel me?
So
So
now
if
imagine
you
putting
add
them.
D Wade and Bosh on them same team on the same Miami
Now
Heat team.
imagine putting them on that team with Jimmy buckets, because
Yeah,
one thing Jimmy is not he's not a selfish player. He's very similar to LeBron. He wants his teammates to get involved.
I'll say LeBron has a little bit more talent though. He's more athletic and faster.
Oh, he's more athletic than Jimmy. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But the game is very similar.
Yeah, I never heard that before though. That's a good point.
The game is very
That's a
similar
great
because
point.
they both don't have that razzle dazzle type of cut you up type of handle. They both
Yeah,
don't have that real strong post game. They both don't have that strong mid range or 3-point shot, but they both hit them
Yeah,
every once in a while when they get hot.
yeah. And they just drive to right. You know what I'm saying? They just drive to whatever spot they trying to get to. Down too much like side ups and heavies, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, yo, I see it though. I see it.
Exactly. And people get mad when I say it though, but it ain't a knock on LeBron. It's just that's who the game reminds me of.
Yeah, because Jimmy better than what I thought. Jimmy's better than what I thought. Like when he retired, we're gonna look at him as a way better player than what everybody think. Cause
But Jimmy is
at the end of
strong,
the day,
just like
bro,
LeBron.
yeah, he's strong. He got basketball IQ.
Got basketball IQ, knows when to pass the ball, knows when to take the shot.
Yeah.
He knows situations. He understands situations.
But no, but I think what do you think? Like, because I think if Kyrie goes to the Lakers and they win a championship, I think history gonna repeat itself, and he's not gonna get all the credit that he deserves.
Of course he's not, because
Yeah,
he's on
you already know how
LeBron's
I
team.
feel with LeBron. Yeah.
Anytime you're on LeBron's team, you can hang that up, bro.
Oh yeah, yeah. All the credit, nah. You get no more credit. You're not really looked at the same. I mean, look at what happened with Russell Westbrook and then D'Lo. The same thing. Like they begged for him, and then when they play bad one time,
I'm trying to tell you,
it's time to turn on him. You
you
know what I'm
see
saying?
it all the time,
Yeah.
and that's
So
the
yeah, I
sad
don't think he
part.
should go there. I think he would get more credit if Dallas does something versus if the Lakers do something and he goes there. And not to mention they got Anthony Davis too. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So you never know. His numbers might drop and all that. Like they might turn into a third option or try to force him to be a third option and then only have him close, but then his numbers will probably drop. Yeah. Hold on. Hey Chuck, yo, I think it's something wrong with your mic. No, it's like real messed up. I had to mute you real quick because it's like making a. Oh, see if you can mute and unmute. Oh, there you go. You good?
You get me now?
Yeah, yeah, you good now. Yeah, yo, I think he
I don't know what's going
yeah,
on.
I think his numbers are dropped though.
I think it's the LeBron haters be messing with my mic. They don't be want to hear what I got. They don't be here. They don't want to be here what I got to tell them about Braun.
Yeah,
They
bro, you
hate.
try to
They
turn
hate
your
that
mic
I.
off.
Yeah, they hate that I be telling the truth about him and whatnot.
Yeah,
That's how it goes sometimes. I get it, man. I understand that's your favorite player. I mean, and I get it. If that's the only guy you ever seen play, you grew up in an era where all they talked about was LeBron, then yeah, you're gonna think he's the GOAT.
yeah.
You're gonna think he's the GOAT. I get it. But that's why I tell
Especially how
people
they
do their
talk
homework.
about him.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
that's why I tell people do their homework, man. Like do your homework, man. It's not hard to do your homework.
yeah. The first thing I started doing was doing my homework. Like once I started liking the NBA, I wanted to learn about all these players. Like I was a Kobe fan when he had Pau Gasol in him, but at that like when I was a kid, I didn't even know that he had won 3 championships with the Lakers. Like I
Right.
knew I knew he came to the NBA in '96. But I
Mm-hmm.
started looking up the teams, like what teams had the most rings and championships, and they said the Lakers won 3 in the early 2000s. I'm like, damn, so Kobe was on that team. So that made me go look at Kobe highlights. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at how nice he was, and really, if you know Kobe, he was pretty much better back in the day. Like when he had Pau Gasol, everybody pretty much thought he was better back in the day when he was younger, when he was more
Yeah.
athletic and stuff. So if you look at the highlights, I'm like, all right, so he was better back then when he was winning. He's still winning now. He top 5.
Yeah.
That's just the end of the conversation. You know what I'm saying? So I mean that's how I because I'm eye test first.
I'm always eye test first,
I'm
man.
eye test first, man. And you was right about Tim Duncan. I never really watched Tim Duncan when I was talking trash about him. Like
Yeah.
I never really watched his highlights how I watch everybody else. But if you
Right.
look at it, even if you look at his college highlights, he was a monster in college.
Unstoppable, bro. He was unstoppable in
So
college.
so
Unstoppable.
yeah.
How you go from unstoppable in college to unstoppable in the league, and y'all don't want to give this man his flowers?
He had real post game. Like it looked boring because it's just straight like yo, I don't think
Because he
people
made it
understand
look
how hard it is.
easy.
It's hard to master the fundamentals.
No, he just made it look easy, Crunch.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
made it look like there was no competition.
He had right hand, left hand. You
He made
know,
it look like there was no competition. Like there was
yeah.
really nothing you could do. Like you at Tim Duncan's mercy.
And that made me think if he didn't play for the Spurs, his numbers would probably be even higher.
Yeah. And then you got to think about the
Yeah,
people he drug to the finals with him.
yeah,
Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili. Come on, let's really evaluate those guys.
yeah.
Put them on any other team. Will they have won championships?
Nah, I don't think they would
No.
have done it. I don't think they would be. I don't think they would be like number ones.
Right. They're not number ones.
You know what I'm
They're
saying?
not even number twos.
Yeah.
Mano stayed on the bench his whole career.
Yeah. This is facts though.
Mano stayed on the bench his whole career.
Man.
Tony Parker was top 15 point guard when he was in the league.
Damn. So Tim Duncan was winning with Tony Parker. LeBron trying to get Kyrie. He had Russ,
He need top
PG.
5 players, bro. He
He
need
top
top
five
five
players.
players while Tim Duncan was doing with top 15 players.
And you see
Think
what
about
Greg
this.
Popovich. You see what Greg Popovich did after Tim Duncan retired. He didn't really
Right.
do much. He was about to say, "What do you say? Think about this."
That's why I said, think about this for a second. Where would you place Manu Ginobili as far as top and shooting guards during the time he played?
Oh, like during the time he played.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good question. I don't honestly. I don't even know if he'd be top 5.
So he's not top 5. Is he top 10?
Like from his era, shooting guards.
Shooting guards in his era, yeah.
Nah, man.
Not even top
As
10.
far as talent, no. But
No.
people might put him there because of the rings. But
Right, but we're not talking about
yeah,
the rings. We're just talking
right,
about pure talent.
right. Because you got Kobe, you got Wade, you got man T Mac,
T-Mac.
you got
You had Iverson during that time.
Iverson, Vince. Like off rip,
Vince.
he's done. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Because that's just the top of the top.
right. So he's not top 5 at all.
Yeah.
Not even close to being top 5.
He's not even close.
Seriously, he's not even close to being top 5.
Yeah. It's the same for Tony Parker, though, if you look at the point guards, probably.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why I said that. So now let's reevaluate Tim Duncan again.
Yeah.
So this guy's taking top 10 to top 15 other position players to the finals and winning.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, he's never even had a losing record with these guys.
This is facts. He did beat Shaq and Kobe.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Shaq had a guy like Kobe. Shaq had Nick Van Exel, Kobe, Eddie Jones.
Some of the guys that
Kenny.
Tim Duncan beat, bro, like you really evaluate it. You're like, oh wow. Darren Williams, Carlos Boozer with the Utah Jazz. At one point, Darren Williams was the top point guard, remember?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is facts.
There was
This is
arguments
facts,
between
bro.
him and Chris Paul a couple years when he was at
Pretty
U.
much all, yeah, like, so Tim didn't, like Tim had to go against, what's good, hold on. Oh, that's Barry. I thought it was
Yeah.
Uzi.
What up, Barry?
Was good.
So you look at it, Tim Duncan he didn't have a great supporting cast, really, when we think about it.
Melo had AI, T Mac and Yao, all these guys. It was always like a 1-2 punch.
Right.
Yeah, Tim Duncan never had that, like star guard next to him. Tony Parker had his years, but he was never once, in my opinion, like a hands down top 2 point guard in the NBA, or maybe even top 3.
Right, Barry. He was never that guy. Like you can never say Tony Parker was that 2 punch for Tim Duncan.
Nah, you can never say that.
But people people never like to give Tim Duncan no credit for nothing.
Yeah, bro.
It's like they just
I had to put him top
like,
5. When I really thought about it, I had to put him top 5.
That's what I'm saying.
And you can argue, based on the real criteria, because I'm really being generous when I put LeBron top 3. You know what I'm saying? All because of the eye test. But if you really think about it, you could put Tim Duncan over LeBron James too.
And you could put Tim Duncan over Kobe as well. Don't do that.
Yeah, but I put Kobe over him, and this is why, right? Because Kobe basically got a winning record against Tim Duncan in the playoffs. And on that second half of his career, after Shaq left, he was better than what Tim Duncan was in the second half of his. I think
But in
you
the
could,
first half of their career, Tim Duncan
but
was better than what Kobe was with Shaq.
I mean, yeah. Well, Tim was more
Yeah, first
accomplished.
half Tim Duncan got him.
No, Tim was
Tim
better
Duncan
than
was
Kobe too.
dominant. No, look, but I really do think that Kobe and Tim Duncan was both top three in the league by 2001.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah, I agree.
2001. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Yeah,
You
I
had
agree with
Shaq,
that.
then you had
You know
Duncan,
what I'm
and you
saying?
could
So I
put
just
Kobe.
look at like the whole like how long was Kobe at that level? I do think Kobe was at that level for long, but Tim Duncan was out the gate like that, and he was dominating college too. Tim Duncan was out the gate, and plus Tim Duncan really was at that level when he got older, but his numbers didn't stay the same. But that's not really a detriment though, because he was still winning, and that's what he had to do to win. But
Yeah,
I'm just saying, like
he was still one of the best
individually
defensive
though,
big men.
yeah,
Hey, Crunk, I'm about to be a little disrespectful right now, man. I got Bonzi Wells over Mono Ginobili, man.
Bonzi Wells.
Nah, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy.
I told you I was gonna be disrespectful.
Oh man, I mean,
Nah,
you be knowing about the guys.
I'm
You be
playing
knowing about
bad,
guys from
but
back in the day though.
I'm playing about that. I'm not serious about that, but Mono Ginobili, this to me, he was never a top 10 shooting guard. Just
Of all time,
he,
yeah, but like in the NBA, there's definitely been times he's been top 10.
I mean,
he had
number
good
30. We
moments.
had just named. We just
I
named
don't think.
five easily.
I think for me,
Yeah, but to name another
watching
five
Mono,
more
I think he
ahead of
had good
Manu
moments.
Ginobili in his prime, like Manu Ginobili was like he was a pivotal piece to championship winning teams, and there's
I
been
think he had
finals
good.
where you
That's
could
why I said I
argue,
think he had good moments. I think he
yeah.
had good moments, but I don't. As far as because when I say top 5 or top 10, do you think Mono could take a team to the playoffs without Tim Duncan?
If we put him in his prime, if we put the
Yeah.
right pieces around him, I feel like he could be the best player on the playoff team.
You think he could take a team without Tim Duncan to the playoffs?
It had to be a good team around him. You could have put him around some scrubs. You would have to put a
All right,
deep
let's do
I
this then.
roster.
mean,
Let's put him.
I think
Let's put
Monty
him
was
on
like
that.
a
Let's put him
flashy. He
on
was like
that.
a
Let's
flashy type of player.
nope. I got one. So let's put him on that 2006 Heat team. Would he take that team to the finals and win?
Oh, they don't go to the finals. They go to the playoffs though, for sure. They definitely make it. They definitely make it to at least the second round in the
So you
conference.
see what I'm
Eastern
saying,
Conference.
right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why.
It definitely drops down.
Oh
Your ceiling
damn,
drops
damn! I
down.
see what you're saying, Chuck. Because D Wade did
And
that
then
on
made them
that
a
Heat
championship
team, and
team,
that's
and
what
with
LeBron
Manu, they're
had.
not even.
Right.
Yeah. So that's why I did that. That's why I
Mm.
mentioned that because you take away D Wade and you put Mono on that team, they're not making the finals.
Yeah, I agree.
They're not making the finals, man. They're just
Yeah,
not.
look.
But they
Yeah,
still
look,
make it
Chuck,
in the
and then
playoffs,
everybody.
and I think they can make a deep playoff run, maybe.
I
People
don't
gonna
know,
say that
man.
people gonna say they still had Shaq, and maybe Shaq will lead them to the finals, but at the end of the day, he had Penny Hardaway, and he got swept, and then he had Nick Van Exel,
Yeah,
and
swept
everybody
too.
knows he was getting swept with them too.
Yeah, swept with them too.
I
Yep.
think Tim Duncan beat them.
I don't think Manu's
I
better
think
than
Tim
Penny,
Duncan
but
beat Shaq when Shaq had Kobe.
no, Tim Duncan did beat Shaq when Shaq had Kobe. I think
Yeah,
it
he
was
did.
in '03.
All three beat him. Yeah.
Yeah, '03.
And 1999 too, right?
Yeah, facts. In '99 they beat them
1999. Yep.
too.
So man,
But he had Dave Robinson though.
yo, yeah, he did.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
when David
Dave,
Robinson was still solid. In '03, David
Dave
Robinson
Robinson.
was just in there to grab rebounds and
He
play
did
some
have
more
David Robinson
defense.
that year.
Dave
But
Robinson was still solid during that year.
another reason why I think you could argue Tim Duncan over Kobe is because I think with all his championships, he won with way less more talent and way less better teams than Kobe Bryant. Even when you look at Kobe Bryant's teams in '09 and 2010, I don't even think they even sniff how bad Tim Duncan's teams were in the early 2000s
In the
when he
early
was winning championships.
2000s.
Like
I
Tim
mean,
Duncan won a championship with a rookie Ginobili and a sophomore Tony Parker and an aging David Robinson.
yeah.
03,
He said
I
David
don't.
Robinson.
I think in the finals too, like Kobe's a great playoff performer, but like his finals performances just don't. It just don't match up to Jordan's, LeBron's, maybe even some of Tim Duncan's or Shaq's. But I still say Kobe's an all time great, like a top 3 player, top 4. But you could argue Tim Duncan over him because the longevity is there, the 2-way impact was there for at least 10 to 12 years of his career. The defensive impact was there for majority of his career, like 16
Yeah,
years, bro.
almost 16. Yeah, 16.
That's
So
what
I
I'm
was gonna
saying. He has
say
the record
No,
for all
I see what you're
defense.
saying. I put them all in the same
defense.
tier, even if you're a couple points off. Like like Kobe averaged what 25 in the finals. Like to me, that's still you know what I'm saying. That's superstar. I mean, Duncan only averaged 20, but he did
What
get
did? Well,
15
I don't know what
rebounds.
Duncan's numbers were in '03, but I don't
Oh
know
no,
Kobe's.
his numbers in '03 was crazy. I remember that
Yeah,
he averaged like crazy rebounds.
and crazy. I know he
To
was
me,
probably averaging like
that's what was
24
the most eye
points.
popping about his numbers back then was his rebounds.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is
because
like 15, 16 rebounds a
Tim
game,
Duncan
man.
in his prime, bro. In the playoffs, he's 25 and like 15 damn near, bro.
I think it was like 17 rebounds.
In his prime years, bro. Like
I think
Tim
the thing
Duncan
that's
was that.
crazy about Tim Duncan to me is the fact that he never ever missed the playoffs.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he never played on a team with under 50 wins
Oh
as well.
yeah. And Barry, I was about to say this too, but you do got to remember we seen Kobe peak though. He was averaging 32 in the finals in '09, and then 29 in the finals. I seen what he can get to, and I always bring up him being a better player back then, even when he had Shaq, because you got to remember now Shaq is probably the reason why his numbers aren't maxed out. But remember, even back in the day, he averaged like 33 against the Spurs. So I always thought he was like, I think for their whole career, they pretty much toe to toe. I just give Kobe the edge for that. You know what I'm saying? For that
Bro, this
three,
man Duncan in
because
2003
Tim
finals.
Duncan never repeated. Also, if you think about it,
That's true.
Yeah, that's the only thing. That's the only thing that hurt Tim Duncan. He never repeated,
The thing is, the West was just the NBA as a whole. Matter of fact, and especially in the early 2000s, was heavily competitive, bro.
especially the West though. The West was
Yeah, the
super
West was
competitive because
like your eighth seed
you had
had
the
50
King, you
wins,
had the
bro.
Kings, you had the Blazers,
The Mavericks,
yeah, you had the Mavericks,
the Spurs, the Lakers,
Suns.
yeah, the Suns. That's what's saying.
Yeah, you had a lot of good teams out there, man.
You
You
had
had
the Timberwolves too
Timberwolves. Yep, you had good
with
teams.
KG, but bro, Tim Duncan in the '03 finals was 24 points, 17 rebounds, 5 assists, and 5 blocks with a steal a game, bro. That is
Mm,
insane, bro.
yeah. People
This
hate on Duncan though, man. And you know why they hate on Duncan Barry is because he wasn't flashy.
that's what I'm saying because he was a flashy.
He wasn't flashy. He was just a basic. But the thing to me, what I told people all the time is he was unstoppable though. Who could stop him?
Nobody. That bank shot was literally like transcending, bro. His
Right?
mid range was money.
Like it was
yeah,
money.
Kobe
No matter
stole
who
it.
stuck him, KG, Rasheed Wallace. It didn't matter who stuck him. Shaq. It didn't matter who stuck him. That bank shot was gonna happen to him.
No facts.
Kobe said he stole that bank shot from Tim Duncan.
Yo, Jason Kidd shit the bed in this finals, bro.
Oh,
What finals?
In '03.
against the Lakers.
Yeah.
That's another thing that I be thinking about when everybody give LeBron all of that credit for going to the finals in '07. But Jason Kidd pretty much did the same thing. He went back to back finals. He led the team to back to back finals.
Yeah, and that Nets team was garbage,
Yeah,
by
if
the
you
way.
want to
That
talk
that
about
Nets team
East
was
though,
terrible.
that East was terrible, bro.
Yeah, the East was terrible too.
That team that yeah, bro. Them Nets team.
But
This before they had Vince Carter.
yeah, but that net team should have been beat by the Indiana Pacers. Just to
So
be
I mean,
honest,
Jason Kidd, bro.
that Jason Kidd effect, bro.
Cam
That's why
Martin
I
and
got
Jason
Jason
Kidd
Kidd
was a
over Chris
pretty good
Paul, by the
duo
way.
though.
That's why I got J Kidd over Chris Paul, by the way.
Oh yeah, J
Because
Kidd over
because
Chris
during
Paul,
that
hundred
time,
percent.
Indiana had Danny Granger in them.
We forget like Jason Kidd is probably, in my opinion, he's the best defensive point guard of all time, and he's
Right.
one of the greatest playmakers and greatest
Yeah,
passers of all time. That
yeah,
puts
I
Me,
got him in the glove up there tied. Honestly,
yeah. I was about to say what about Gary Payton? You think
I
he was on
think
par with Gary Payton?
I think Gary Payne was a super good point guard defender. Like if he's not one, he's two. But I think the fact that Jason Kidd was actually like leading his defense as a point guard is where I give him the edge because we haven't seen too many point guards actually spearheaded defense. That was actually one of the best defenses. And Jason Kidd was a better off ball defender in my opinion. I give Gary Payne the on ball defense, but the on ball defense is also there with Jason Kidd is still super good. But Gary Payne's off ball defense is nowhere near Jason Kidd's off ball defense. That's why I give Jason Kidd the edge too. That's why I think people disrespect Jason Kidd by not putting him in the top 5 point guards. I think he's a lock for that.
yeah, I did. I agree with that. I can agree with that.
I think after Steph Magic and Oscar Robertson, there shouldn't be nobody ahead of Jason Kidd.
I go with that one because Kid was solid, man.
This man was averaging. He was like 19 and 12 in his prime, with like two, damn near three steals. And they
The kid.
forget. A lot of people forget how they made an assist, how they changed the assist rule,
Yep.
and like it was way much harder to get assists back then than it was nowadays. Because you
Yep.
can hold the ball for like 4 seconds down there in today's game, 4 or 5 seconds, and that person can still get the assist. Back in the
Yep.
day, it was not like that at all.
Matter of fact, back in the day, if it wasn't a continuation, it wasn't an assist.
That's what I'm saying.
So if the player made a move of his own, then it wouldn't be considered an assist, which is crazy. Like you gave a post, you dropped it into the post, and now he's making a move, and that takes away your assist. How?
Yeah,
When he gave him the ball.
exactly. So that's how you know Jason Kidd was really creating advantage, just putting his teammates in easy spots
Hmm.
to go and score the basketball, which is that's what I really look at most rather than assists. I look at like what type of quality shots you create for your teammate. That's why I see how good of a playmaker you are. That's why I don't think Russell Westbrook is even a top 10 playmaker because this man he wasn't creating like that many good opportunities for his teammates. He was just doing a lot of dumping down. Same thing with Luka Doncic today. I don't think Luka Doncic is one of the best playmakers because all he does is just dribble it to the end of the shot clock and then kick it out to a shooter with like 4 seconds left. It's not a good look.
Hey, Barry, you think the Lakers should get Kyrie or Trey Young?
To be honest, I would rather have Trey Young. He's younger, better passer and playmaker. I think him and AD would just be a better fit. And like with Kyrie, honestly, I feel like it could be any year. This nigga just might not want to play basketball anymore, bro. So I just feel like it might just be too much drama in LA for him.
No, I mean as long as they don't drop no virus or nothing like that. As
You
long
know
as
what I was gonna say though? I was gonna say, is it because if he wins a chip, that Kyrie conversation will come back up, Barry? You think?
It's not. I just feel like the media would just make so many narratives out of that situation with Kyrie and LeBron, and they would just
it
try to
would be
spin it.
it would
And
be
like it would, I
so
feel like it
many
would be so much of a
narratives.
drama show. Like it's not
Yeah.
that I don't want Kyrie. I definitely want Kyrie, but I just don't want. I don't want Kyrie to come to LA and then just start being unhappy, and then the team chemistry might be off. He might not be feeling as motivated to play because he's so annoyed with the media. So I don't know. It could be a lot of things just going on.
It's a big media market too.
Exactly, especially in Los
I
Angeles.
agree with that. It's gonna be so many narratives, so many storylines coming out. They're gonna be
That's what I'm
covering
saying, bro.
it's gonna be a soap opera.
That shit's gonna be annoying, bro. They never know how to leave Kyrie alone. And then Kyrie's gonna be with LeBron James, who they talk about every day,
They're not
even when
gonna
the
give him
Lakers are
credit
trash.
when he like during the season if he's balling out. They're not gonna give him credit. But if something happened in the playoffs and they lose, they're gonna put all the blame on Kyrie and say Kyrie's a cancer to the team.
I don't even think to say that, bro. Kyrie,
And then
Kyrie gets a lot
and
of
then
fault for a lot of things that aren't his fault in his career. Like he gets blamed for
they're
this
gonna
shit that happening now on the team.
they're gonna blame Kyrie and then they're gonna cut Bronny. Bronny gonna come back and win with LeBron James because it's gonna be an injury or something. So the Lakers gonna win with Bronny and LeBron, and they're gonna say LeBron is the new GOAT, and his son is in the NBA, and Kyrie is gonna be blackballed from the NBA.
That would be crazy. I don't. If Kyrie ever got blackballed, I don't know if Kyrie can get blackballed. I don't know. I
Say
feel
no,
like
yo,
I feel like his fan base is too big.
no, I'm trolling,
Hey,
yo. That's not gonna happen.
I would say, but you, I don't say you can take the same. People thought the same thing with Melo, but shit, they did him dirty.
Melo got blackball, man.
Yeah, Melo got
Yeah.
done dirty, bro. I'm not gonna lie, because
Melo got blackball.
I don't know why the Lakers didn't re-sign him. That's another
See the
shooter,
thing,
and he gives like 14
and we
points.
gotta talk about Melo too, because I've been meaning to do a stream about him
Well,
retiring. We might as well
well,
talk about it this
I
stream.
can tell you why he got blackballed though. You know, him and Iverson had became close friends when he got drafted. So once the league saw Iverson and him were close friends, they knew who Iverson rolled with. Then they looked at who Melo rolled with. It was like, nah.
So it's more so a reputation off the court.
Yep.
Damn,
And it's messed up though.
I ain't know Melo be outside like that.
Yeah, man. Melo about that life, man.
Nah, he seemed like it when he was finna get up with KG. He was gonna get up with that nigga after the game on the bus.
Oh yeah, he was trying to get with KG.
Did KG really say that honey nut Cheerio shit to him?
Fruity Pebbles.
Oh, it's Fruity Pebbles. Wow, that shit is crazy.
Smell like Fruity Pebbles.
That shit is wild, man. That nigga Melo.
Yeah, smell like Fruity Pebbles is what he told his your wife smell like Fruity Pebbles.
He was with Lala too at the time, right?
Huh? And he was with Lala, yeah.
Yeah, Lala is woof. She a dime.
Yeah, so that was just one of those things that irked him, man. He was ready to go at that point. Because
Mm-hmm.
they had bad blood since Minnesota days, man. They didn't like each other at all.
Damn.
Yeah, they really wasn't on you know how some players can be cool. They just wasn't. Never. They were never ever cool.
Now I'm surprised VKG a shit talker too. Melo probably ain't like that. But all right,
It's
y'all. I'm
just
up off here.
yeah, my bad for all that background noise, man. I got motorcycles, helicopters, all kind of stuff behind me.
You good? All right, y'all.
Hey yo,
Yo.
All right, Barry.
y'all hear me? Yo,
Yo,
yeah, bro, y'all hear me?
yeah, I hear you.
Yo, my connection had messed up real bad right when you was about to talk about why Melo got blackballed.
Oh, so like I was saying, Melo got blackballed because of his association with Iverson, man. They knew who Iverson was rolling with. Then they did the research on who Melo was rolling with. And it was like, nah, we can't let this guy be a star, man. We can't let him be out there like that. I believe that's why he got
Makes
drafted
sense though.
by. I believe that's why he got drafted by the Denver Nuggets. You know, think about what Denver
It
at.
makes
Denver's
sense
in the
though.
middle of nowhere. You put him in Detroit. What's
Yeah,
in Detroit? Detroit's gangs in Detroit. You see what I'm saying? So, like, if you put him in the middle of a crime infested city, opposed to putting him in the mountains somewhere, you know what I mean?
yeah.
That's why he got
Damn, that's kind
drafted.
of
But
facts though.
that's why he got drafted by. That's why he got drafted by Denver instead of Detroit. Detroit is a city.
Damn.
Denver's not a city. Denver's it's a country club out there, man. It's all
Yeah.
about skiing. That's it.
I was gonna say
And
about
then
Kyrie too. Like, I think Kyrie. I think the main reason Kyrie is wouldn't be able to get blackballed now is because his numbers are still on point. Like he always
yeah.
balling out, and he still is a star. So these teams got to give him his money. You know what I'm saying? So he keep balling. That's why I think he should stay on Dallas. His numbers would probably be better if he stayed on Dallas. If he goes to LA, they can spin that. Like now he's gonna be putty in their hands as far as the Lakers
Yeah,
fans. Because the Lakers
yeah.
fans are
But
the ones who mess up these players' assets. I
right.
mean, these players
But the
just
thing
assets.
is,
So if they talk a whole bunch of trash and they actually cut Kyrie or trade him away, now no team is gonna want him.
with him on Denver though, I mean on Dallas though, is Luca. They're not gonna win with Luca being there, man.
Yeah,
They're not gonna win with Luca
unless
being
he
there.
adjusts his game.
Luca doesn't play defense, man.
I think he got to get in shape so he can be able to play defense and play off ball.
I just don't think he likes playing defense. You know how some people don't like playing defense? He
Yeah,
just doesn't. To me, because there's a difference when you give effort, and then there's a difference when you're just standing there. Like, and when I look at Luca, it's more so on the lines of, I'm just standing here on defense because I got to play on this side to be on the court. You know what I mean? It's not like he really gives that full effort to try to rob, try to block something.
yeah.
What's going
Here
on,
go
y'all?
Chris. Here go Chris right
What up,
here.
Chris?
Chris, you think what you think about Kyrie probably going back to the Lakers or Trey Young?
I love the idea with Kyrie. Um, Obviously, Trey Young is acceptable as well, but I love the idea with Kyrie. I love to reunite. Kyrie obviously wasn't happy in Brooklyn. Don't seem like he's working out in Dallas. He comes to LA. I feel like he's the perfect fit, man.
Uh, so LeBron basically need Kyrie.
I mean,
Say yes.
it looks like
Say
they need
yes,
each other,
Chris.
bro. They need each other in different ways because we haven't seen Kyrie win anything besides
They need.
outside of LeBron.
There you go. There
And
you go.
after, I'm saying it's the truth though, son.
They need each other.
It's a mutual connection that they have. I mean, they need each other.
Here go this nonsense.
So
This nonsense.
and and it'll be the perfect thing. It'll be the perfect NBA story. It'll be the perfect it just needs to happen. It should have happened. It should have happened. He didn't want to go to Dallas. He wanted to go to LA. I just seen Kyrie on an Instagram video saying stop mentioning trades. It's really looking like he's headed to LA, man, and I'm really loving it. I'm loving it for Kyrie Irving. I'm a huge fan of Kyrie. I'm a huge fan of Kyrie Irving, man, for real. So it'll be a good trade. I like it, man. I love it.
You more of a Braun fan. Stop the nonsense, man.
And LeBron hit it out. I mean, at this point, bro, he hit it out. Anthony Davis is not reliable. We need somebody
I
that's reliable.
I already know who you are, man. I know exactly who you are.
Even though Kyrie is
Yeah.
not reliable too, you don't know like what he gonna have going on. He reliable on the basketball court. Anthony Davis is not giving that production night in and night out on the basketball court. Like if we had Kyrie to go back and forth with Jamal Murray, we would have had a better chance than with AD. So we need him.
So now it's Schroeder's
Yeah,
fault.
no, but that's supposed to be LeBron. That's supposed to be LeBron going back and forth with Jamal Murray.
But then you got
So,
Jokic. You got LeBron and
So
Jokic.
right,
You
and it's
got
supposed to be Jokic
Kyrie and
and AD.
Jamal Murray.
so
You got
now it's
Jokic and
Schroeder's.
AD.
AD,
So,
AD couldn't hold it up against Jokic. I had
so,
too much high expectation for Anthony Davis.
so from what I hear now, it's Schroeder's fault.
Yeah, you saying the shooter's fault?
Now
It's
we ain't really
Schroeder's
had
fault.
that much expectation for Dennis Schroeder though.
Hey,
Yeah, I
but
love, love
Go
Dennis.
ahead,
quick,
go ahead, D'Angelo
real quick,
Russell.
Chris. Yeah, we ain't
We
talking
see
about
what
that
he
dude.
did.
We ain't talking about that dude. Hey, but real quick.
Yeah.
Um, we were talking about Tim Duncan earlier, right?
hmm
We were talking about how he never missed a playoff. Matter of fact, he's never even had a season where he was under 50 games. What's your thought? Why we don't talk about this man being the GOAT?
Man, I just feel like he's not a fan favorite. Like that's why I got him over Kobe. I just feel like he's not a fan favorite. Obviously, his game was impeccable. His game was like flawless. If you want to be honest, at his position, at his role. So but if you asking me personally, I got him over Kobe Bryant. I got him over a lot of big names. But
But
he definitely get
but
disrespected.
but for whatever reason, you don't have him over LeBron.
I got him right. I got him a few spots under LeBron, but it ain't like it's so far off.
Under LeBron.
Yeah,
But he
I got him a
beat.
few spots.
But I'm asking you a question. Did he not beat LeBron head to head?
Yeah, he did. It's a lot, but then LeBron got his lick back though. So
Yeah, but
a
watch
lot
this.
of
But whoa, whoa. You not slick. You
he
not
got his
slick.
lick back.
Hold on. You not slick, Chris.
Cause when he
Hold
beat
on.
him in Cleveland,
Hold
yeah,
on, Chris. You not slick. Hold on. I'm asking you a quick question.
yeah.
When was Tony Parker ever a top 10 point guard?
Mm.
Never.
Top 10?
Top 10,
I
never.
give him top 15, maybe if we
Right,
looking over
right,
the years.
right. What about now I'm gonna do Mano Ginobili? When was he ever a top 10 shooting guard?
Oh
You
man.
ain't slick,
Nah,
bro.
yeah, I don't think
You
he
ain't
was. Yeah,
Oh
not money.
man.
you ain't slick, bro.
But then you
So
gotta
how
think
you
about this though. Just like MJ had, just like Kobe had, LeBron, they never had that coach, that greatest coach, because Greg Popovich can go down as one of the greatest coaches, if
here we
not the
go with this.
greatest.
Here we go with
LeBron,
this.
like what Hall of Fame coach LeBron didn't have. So it's like I feel like it equals out. They were both on the equal playing field, especially in 2013.
Yeah, but
No,
look,
yo, you
but
ain't answered the question.
you still gotta execute though. You still gotta be on that
Yeah,
court executing. And when you don't got the talent to match up with the other team's talent, and you still come out on top, it's kind of suspect that a guy that like Timmy's caliber doesn't get mentioned as a GOAT.
right. I agree. I agree. That's why I said I got like a lot. Putting him over Kobe Bryant, that says a lot. Because Kobe, I feel like Tim Duncan was the best player from the 2000s. So
Right.
yeah, but yeah, man, Tim Duncan definitely gets respect. I just, we got a lot to think about as LeBron James, the LeBron James community got a lot to think about this offseason, man. If we don't get what we want, we tired of not getting what we want. The first time in Cleveland, we didn't get what we want. This man get too much disrespect in the front office. We keep not getting what we want. Went to Miami. We got an injured D Wade. We came to the Lakers. We came back to Cleveland. We got Kyrie doing his own thing. Like right now, at this point, we trying to get what we want, man. We want Kyrie Irving. We want we may want to keep Anthony Davis. We want another championship, man. We want another chance at a championship, man. So we got a lot to think about over this offseason.
Honestly, I don't think y'all gonna win one, bro. That's just my honest opinion.
We got a lot to think about.
Y'all don't got the roster for it.
That's what we got to do. We got to switch up this roster. We need some players that's dependable. D-Lo, he out of there. D'Angelo Russell gone. We could have kept Russell Westbrook for that.
Shooter got to go too.
Yeah, screw that. Yeah. Oh yeah, he know he out.
Got to go too, man. Nope.
We like Reeves. We like Austin Reeves.
Yeah, Austin Reeves solid. I like Rui too. I like Rui Hachimura.
Yeah, he can stay.
Vanderbilt plays some decent minutes, but y'all can do without him.
Right.
Y'all can do without him because his offensive bag is weak.
Right.
On the defense, he's good, but on the offense, he's a liability. So when you got him on the court, it's like you got a liability on the offensive side. Yeah. So he's not really a threat. So nobody on the other defense is going to guard him or anything. That's where the double team come from. I don't know, man. Y'all got a lot of work. Lakers got a lot of work to get a chip. It won't just be Kyrie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think, I like Beasley too. I like Malik Beasley.
Yeah.
I think he'll be solid off the bench. I like Lonnie Walker. I think he'll be solid off the bench.
Chuck, you think the Heat gonna close it out tonight?
I think so.
Dang, Celtics. They definitely gonna have to make some moves to walk the Celtics. It's like, come on, y'all just this.
I mean, to me, the Celtics fought their best game that last game. That was like on some, we're not getting swept. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just on
But I don't think they can do that twice. I think the bigger problem is not that. I think the bigger problem is Tatum and Brown. Honestly.
Yeah.
They don't understand who's the go-to guy.
Yeah, I feel like Jaylen Brown wants that bigger role.
Yeah, he wants a bigger role. Yep. You can tell he wants a bigger role. So because that, it almost reminds you of KD and Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
When they were going to the conference finals and didn't know who's supposed to be the go-to guy.
It's like some certain teams feel like just because you got a whole lot of talent, it's gonna work out. But if your connection ain't there, it ain't gonna work.
Yeah, that chemistry is something, ain't it?
Yeah.
And I think last year the chemistry was the Celtics hang their head on defense. This year is different. They don't hang their head on defense. They hang their head on offense.
Right.
So when you think you're going to outscore everybody, that's not going to work, especially in playoff games.
Right. How you feel about LeBron saying he better than 95% of the league?
The league right now?
Yeah.
You're probably right about that, about the league right now. But when we talk about the greatest players of all time, I don't know. Like Bird and Magic, and I don't know about that one.
That's so good, though.
Kobe, Timmy.
It's just so crazy. At this age, he's still better than, that longevity. Man, that's why a lot of people got him there, that longevity.
Yeah, but when you look at him and Mike, Mike was a whole nother animal, man.
Yeah.
Mike was God mode every year that he played on the Bulls. That
Why?
dude was.
So I mean, if he won one in '98, why he didn't come back to the Bulls? They could have got him another one.
Yeah, he was done with that. See, Mike is big on loyalty, man,
Yeah.
and that's what people don't realize. Mike was just real big on loyalty. Like once Phil came and Phil got him over that hump of getting to that finals, he just became extremely loyal to Phil. You know what I mean? And I get it. You know what I mean? When you loyal, you loyal. You know what I mean? And like Jerry Krause didn't want to pay. He didn't want to pay Phil Jackson. He's like, you don't want to pay Phil Jackson. I'm not gonna play for nobody else then. And I get it. You know what I mean? It's a valid point. Like I'm the superstar player, so either you gonna pay him or I'm not playing. So that means you're sacrificing seats in the stands for not paying my coach. If that makes sense, like in that perspective, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely respect that. Cause it's like you got loyalty to me, you got loyalty to my coach, and I feel like the front office really, yeah, they didn't really care about. If they cared about him, they would have kept. They would have
Right.
definitely respected MJ wishes. For sure. You can't go against Mike. You can't go against. You can't. He is the Bulls.
Yeah, like the thing. It wasn't only that. Jerry Krause had a huge ego, bro.
Mm.
Like he felt like he created that team. But truth be told, Jerry Krause's assistant was the reason why they drafted Pippen. Because Jerry Krause wanted Olden Polynice in that '87 draft. And Jerry Krause's assistant started calling around for trades. And Seattle picked up the phone because Pippen he he wasn't that good in college like that. So Olden Polynice was better. So they was like, all right, we'll trade if y'all pick up Polynice, we'll trade him for Pippen. So that's how that trade came about. You know what I mean? But it's like Jerry Krause took the credit for Pippen being picked up, Horace Grant being picked up. He took the credit for creating the first dynasty and the second dynasty. When truth be told, his assistant again stepped in when it was time to get Rodman. His assistant was like, he was the one who called San Antonio about Rodman, see if he was available. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
My
then
bad,
he
y'all. I
was
was
like,
gone for a minute.
yeah, I know, we know.
Yeah,
Yes,
go ahead.
man.
Yeah, we're chopping it up. We was just talking about how the dynasty, the
Bulls
Chicago
dynasty.
Bulls dynasty was, and how Mike was loyal to Phil Jackson because he won that first chip,
Mm.
and he just wasn't going to play for another coach. And
So,
the problem was Jerry Krause had a big ego, man. He had a huge ego, and he refused to pay Phil Jackson. Like, so he basically sacrificed seats to not pay Phil Jackson.
mm. How,
Mike
I
and
would have
Jerry
loved.
how
Krause
I
much
had
would.
for
some
CV
friction.
said Mike and Jerry Krause
Jerry
had some
Krause had some
friction
friction between
between
each
each
other.
other?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was Chuck was man.
yeah, they had
Dad
huge
bod
friction between each
037
other, man.
said it's never LeBron fault, it's everybody else. He said laughing emoji, shaking my head.
That's usually the way
Man.
it goes, Dad, boy. That's how it go, man.
Man, oh man.
But Chuck, I got another question. So what year or like at what time point was you like MJ the best player you didn't seen? Was it
88,
like 80?
88.
So that was before the championships.
That was before the championship. Yeah.
Okay, so it really ain't about the championships when it comes to the GOAT debate, right?
Nah, like this dude. Like honestly,
Mm.
man, in '88, I've never seen a player like even with him losing in six to the Pistons. I
Yeah.
just never saw a player at that caliber. Like he was literally unguardable. Like there was nothing no one could do. And then on the other end, he was like guarding up the best shooting guards, like and shutting them down. Like he wasn't letting them drop 30 on them. And I'm like,
Yeah.
whoa, this dude different. And that same year, he was the year that he had 200 steals and 100 blocks.
Yeah.
He was blocking centers. It wasn't like he was blocking guards. He was blocking centers from dunking, from their shot, from their little fadeaway, whatever they was doing, their little layups. He was blocking their shots. And we're not talking about guards, we're talking about centers. Totally different, man. I ain't never seen no 6'6" guy dominate the league.
Yeah.
So for me, the debate is not about the championships. It was just more of my eye test of what I saw. I've never seen a guy that small take over the league.
Yeah, man. It's always been about eye test for me. That's why I put those three on my Mount Rushmore regardless. Like I put Mike, Kobe, and Bron. Kobe the best that I watched live, and then the resume and everything else come with it. Like if you got an all time great resume and numbers, then it come with it. We can nitpick the numbers. All these guys got around the same tier numbers, like, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter if one player average more, you know what I'm saying, more this and this. Or sometimes if you want to rank them in the order based on that, that's cool. But I just think they all on the same level based on eye test. And so,
You know the one thing that's funny about me, Crunch. People always ask me why I don't have Kareem up higher. Because I got him like at 8 or 9 in my list,
yeah.
and I have him at 8 and 9 in my list because I know who Kareem was, man.
Yeah.
Kareem when he got to the Lakers, he had a lot of stat pattern moments.
Mm.
Like if you watch the Lakers before Magic got there in the '70s, like sometimes the Lakers was getting blown out, man, in the third quarter, and Kareem's still playing.
Yeah.
I'm like, why is he still on the court for? Y'all getting blown out. But think
They did
about it.
say he missed the
That's
playoffs,
stat.
didn't
That's stat pattern. Is that not stat pattern?
he? Yeah.
Your team losing by so many points, and you still on the court like you make a difference, bro. Y'all lost. You're not making a difference. So it's like I can't put a guy that I know that until Magic got there, he really became the winner that he was.
That's
Chuck,
true.
Where you got KD at?
KD ain't in my top 20, bro. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
He's just not, bro.
Was that something like recently or?
Nah. That was even when he was with OKC, man. He was just never in my top 20. That because I saw who he was.
I feel like KD probably should have had the same type of recognition that Steph. KD should have been Steph, but Steph came out and just took
Nah,
KD
KD should have had? KD should have had the Giannis mentality. If he had had Giannis mentality,
Yeah.
he would be probably top 5, top 10 in my list,
Mm.
honestly. But because his mentality is not that, he just
Him going to the Warriors
it gave him
So
rings.
Chris, Chris, you think KD should have been like he should have had the impact on the NBA that Steph had as far as like was
Yeah,
Steph
because I mean he
like
had it like pre Warriors dynasty. It was LeBron, KD, and then you had the Spurs. But Steph just took all that over. Like it was LeBron and
that's
KD was
true
one
though.
and two,
That's
one and
Yeah,
facts.
two.
yeah.
And
That's
it's like
facts. That's facts.
they beat them. I'm like, I ain't gonna like when they came when they had the Warriors down 3-1, and they came back. It's like he had everything he needed at OKC. Everything he needed.
Everything you needed.
Because couldn't get the
But I
job done.
always see. Yeah, Chuck, I put him out of my top 15 also. Like I
I
might
had
got
to.
him top 20. I don't know though.
He's not in my top 20,
Because
bro. I'm just gonna be honest with you. He's not in my top
I've
20.
been even before. I used to think I used to be arguing with my friends. I used to stay saying, "Bro, Kawhi better than KD, bro." Just as a player, I used to like Kawhi more than KD, and I'm like, I don't regret saying that, bro. Because
Nope,
Yo, a
I
homie
got
of
he didn't have
mine,
that
a homie of
drive.
mine used to say that.
Yeah,
And
he
I
had,
didn't believe him, but I think that might like as far as just basketball, you might be right.
and it was like before he had joined the Warriors and Kawhi had beat him that first game. It was before that. I was like, bro, KD
yeah,
just I don't respect him, bro.
I got Kawhi over him. I ain't gonna lie, I got Kawhi over him.
And that's a
I
and if
don't,
you
I don't respect it, man.
He go how to take yeah. I got a guy with no rings over him, Charles Barkley.
You got Charles Barkley over him?
oh yeah,
Yep,
I ain't
I
mad
got
at
Chuck
that.
over him. Yep.
I ain't mad at that because I got Allen Iverson over him.
Yep, him too.
You know,
That you just made me remember something that Charles Barkley. Crunch, I don't know if you were saying this too, but I remember one time it was like not too long ago, bro. I'm arguing with a friend. I'm like, Embiid over Jokic, bro. I'm literally like, we had like an hour. I'm like, bro, Embiid is better than Jokic. Bro, I regret that shit so much, bro.
oh
Embiid
yeah,
just out there
Jokic, Jokic got it, man.
like easily though. Like Jokic just a way better basketball player than Embiid. I don't know what I was thinking,
Jokic just tough.
but it's like with I don't know, bro. Embiid just man, he just scoring. I guess I
You know
don't
what
know
you
what
was
I
looking
was
at,
saying.
Chris?
Yeah.
You was looking at Embiid's skill, but the thing is, you wasn't looking at the intangibles of Jokic. Jokic has that mind. He knows how
Yeah,
to set
way
people up.
better basketball player than Embiid.
Yeah, he's just a better mind. He's not as athletic as Embiid, but his mind, he knows how to set people up with the limitations that he has athletically.
Right.
And when you know how to set people up without those limitations that you got, you're gonna be a better basketball player.
And I thought the 76ers was gonna make the finals. I was like, man, this is his best year. Like this the year he proven himself. This the year everybody been counting the 76ers out. They didn't have so many chances. He just can't get it done. He can't
Yeah.
get it done.
I actually had the Sixers going too, man. I was with you. I thought James was gonna be better,
Yeah, they
and
Tyrese
James
Maxey.
just let me down, man.
Yeah, but I feel like yeah, James Harden just took a different role. Like he played way differently than he played in Houston.
Yeah, James Harden let me down, man. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Like, I
Harden,
was
yeah,
disappointed. I was disappointed in this game, man. James Harden's whole game, that whole series, man. I expected him to do what he did in that first game all the way through the whole series,
yeah. Oh yeah, they
and
would have won.
he just didn't, man. It's like he fell back to that game 7 against the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah.
Like he was just chucking up stuff for no reason. Like, bro, you're not even hitting the rim, bro. Like, stop shooting. Like some players, man. That's why people get like people. When I tell people, it's not only your athletic ability, but it's also your mental. Your mental plays a big factor in this thing, man. Like, are you that dog? Are you that guy? Are you that guy that come? That's why Jimmy buckets, right? He don't have a bag like that, but his mental is so strong, man. Like he's gonna will himself to a win. Because is he better than Tatum? No. Is he better than Tatum? No. Is he better than Brown? No. But does he have a stronger mental than both of them? Yes.
Oh, that's facts.
He has a stronger mental than both of them, man. So it's like when you got a stronger mental, man, you can will your team.
Yeah, that's how you know that's really what the game is like more so about.
All right. Especially in the playoffs.
And that's the one thing Jordan, nobody had a stronger mental than Jordan, man. Nobody.
Yeah.
Like, he could have garbage people around him, but Jordan was going to still put his numbers up. Like, people always talk about when he got swept by the Boston Celtics. You realize he scored 63, 45, and 47 in that series. Those 3 games. How did he choke? Because people say, oh, he choked in that series. How did he choke? Dude dropped 45, 47, and 63. What's choking?
And one thing different about Jordan too, when it comes to Jordan and Brian, the players in the league had more respect for Jordan. What I have seen and stuff like that. When it comes to Brian, like they're like when the Brian come in, they not looking at him like, man, it's the GOAT. Like he might just drop 40 on me tonight.
He really
Right,
not, bro.
right. But the
Yeah.
thing,
He
but the thing
never
is,
really
with
got
the,
to that real prestige like aura, yo.
I
I ain't gonna
feel
but
lie.
the,
like in Miami, probably people, but like it's not like it's just Brian. Like that go Brian right there. Don't say nothing to him. You better not. You better not bother
right,
him.
right.
I can admit that. I
Hey,
can't lie.
hey, Chris. So here's a funny story. So I'm at this is 1992. I went to Madison Square Garden to watch the Bulls play against the Knicks, right?
Yeah.
And I hear John Starks talking. He's talking while they're doing the shoot arounds, right?
Hmm.
And Charles Oakley says, "Yo, young boy, don't say nothing to him today, man." And he said, "Huh? Don't say nothing to Mike today. Just play your game." And I'm like, "What the hell going on out here?" But that lets you know that your teammates are telling you, "Shut up." because this is a monster.
He on timing right now.
We don't want to
On that
wake
type
this
of time.
monster up.
Yeah.
If we're gonna win this game, it's because he's sleeping. Let him sleep.
Yeah.
And
Nah.
that just goes to show. I mean, honestly, when other players to other players not to say something to players, it says it all, man. Like even with KG, remember the story with KG and J.R. Ryder? J.R. Ryder putting it on Mike at the time. And KG telling you busting his ass. You busting his ass. Keep busting his ass. And
Yeah.
he like and JR like, yo, man, shh. He trying to shush. He trying to shush KG. He like, shh.
Yeah.
And Mike right there on the side, and he just shook his head. He said, this is JR's explanation to Mike. He don't know the rules, Mike. He don't know the
Oh
rules.
man.
He don't know the rules. There's rules when you
Yeah.
play against Michael Jordan. What the hell is that?
It's that. Yeah.
Oh
It's that
man.
mentality, bro. It's that
You say
mentality.
you trying to shush KG.
Hey man, be quiet, bro. Chill.
And then at the end when they called the time, I said, I gotta stick this man. At the end of the day, I gotta stick him when he go off.
Yeah.
Brian too friendly. He posting on social media, dapping
Everybody.
guys up, smiling. Man, go out there and be a dog, man. Right now on the
Mm-hmm.
bench. Take a year off social media. Come in the off season, put up some 100, 500 threes
I think the
a
best year I
day.
seen
Yeah.
LeBron is when he was evil Bron in I think 2013 when he was
Yeah.
mad and like the media had put it out like he was on another level of it and he crushed the Celtics that year. But you can see he wanted it that year.
Yeah.
He wanted it
That
that year.
year, like, because he knew what would have happened if he lost that series. It'd have been over. Everything was
That
over.
year was the best. To me, that was the best Bron because he became the dog that he should be every year.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. You can like, it should be a whole lot more games like that, a whole lot more moments like that. But you really only got the one from '07 when he went off against Detroit,
The Pistons, yeah.
and then and then Game 6 Bron, and then I'll say Game 1 against the Warriors in 2018 in the finals. Really, that whole playoff run out.
Yeah,
I'll say
2018
that.
was another one. Yeah,
Yeah,
he was
he
that
really
dog
had
in
that
2018.
dog. He had that dog that year, bro. Like that's why
Yeah.
a lot of LeBron fans love LeBron from that year because they seen that dog in him. But
And
you
that's
gotta
the thing that's sad.
always
He has it in him. He just
he
doesn't do
has
it
it
all
in
the
him.
time. And when you don't do it all the time, I can't put you over someone who does it consistently every year. Like
Yeah,
there was not one year that Mike took off when he played with the Bulls.
yeah. That's a diff. Like when you like that's how Jordan played all the time.
Yeah.
Like if we being honest, now obviously him and LeBron have different play styles, so it looked different. They was doing different things, but I'm talking about as far as LeBron like maxing out everything he can do. Jordan and Kobe was doing that, bro.
Right. And honestly, I can name in 90 in 89, Mike should have won DP of the year that year too.
Yeah.
Defensive player of the year that year. Because he had similar stats.
Mm, man, you're crazy, yo. Like,
He had about 220 something steals and 130 blocks that year. Somewhere in that range. As a shooting guard.
uh, I don't really see how people debate this whole LeBron Jordan thing. That's why I'll be debating LeBron and
But
Kobe.
yeah. What it is though is just
Oh yeah, you like William by? Alright.
we ain't never seen that like LeBron though, man. We didn't seen
Yeah, it's
MJ
time for me to head up out of here,
replicate it.
man.
Alright.
Oh no, not y'all.
Oh, but
All right,
Yeah, we seen something like LeBron. We seen
yeah,
Wilt.
not to that level.
Nah, we seen Wilt.
Nah, I
We
can't
seen
give
Wilt
you that.
Chamberlain. We seen Magic
I'm talking
Johnson.
when I say something not like him, I'm talking and Magic probably the closest, but Magic ain't had
yeah,
that scoring ability. He ain't had
yeah.
that.
Me, you, Andy,
He ain't
and
had that. You know, Magic probably the closest, but we ain't never seen nothing like Bron though, like a freight train.
James consider too.
getting guys involved. He basically Magic plus a lot more. So it's like we didn't see these other players replicate. You got players like Luka trying to be like Brian now. You got players like, we ain't never
Yeah,
seen
like
that.
James Harden. I think James Harden play style kind of like it's kind of
Yeah,
like
trying to be
LeBron's a
like
little bit,
Brian. Yeah, but we
a
didn't
little
seen
bit.
Kobe replicate MJ.
I mean,
We didn't
LeBron don't
seen
really. I mean, we seen like we seen Penny Hardaway. You feel me? We
yeah.
seen Bron. I think we didn't seen Bron. Yeah. We
They ain't got
seen
the size though, like that size that plays a role in it. The
yeah. We
athleticism.
seen T Mac.
Yeah.
You feel me? These guys can shoot better. I mean, the reason why I said Wilt is because Wilt was pretty much the same thing. He just played center.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying?
Small forward. He revolutionized the small forward
We
position.
seen a nigga
LeBron
lose in the
James.
finals all the time. Nah, we seen a nigga have a losing record in the finals before. We didn't seen that before.
We seen 10 finals appearances. Like
Yeah, we
besides
seen
Bill
Bill Russell.
Russell. Besides Bill Russell.
See, I beat you to it. Yeah, we seen Bill Russell. I beat you to it.
In the modern era, have we seen 10 NBA finals though?
Nah, but we ain't seen that many super teams being made. We ain't seen that many trades being done.
What? It's plenty. I can give you 10 super teams off the bat.
Now I'm talking about in this era. We ain't seen all in one era from one person. You feel me?
But then that brings the question too. Every time I hear super team, it make me wonder why this man always the underdog in 07, 2012, 2014, 2017, 2018. Why this man always
Because
the
he be
underdog?
losing. Because
If
he
he
be
got the
losing.
best team, like
Because
if he
he be
got the
losing.
best team, shouldn't
Because
he
he
be
be
like
losing. He was an underdog in 2012 because
favorite?
he lost. He was an underdog in 2012 because he lost in 2011. He
Right.
goes into these teams being the favorite, like he was on the Cavs. He was the favorite, and then the Warriors came out of nowhere, and then eventually we seen, all right, well, guess what? Stephen Curry and them team
Is way better.
is no. Stephen Curry and them team is cooking LeBron team, and they just playing. Stephen Curry plays more winning basketball than LeBron, so Steph became the favorite.
Right. I mean, and then you got a guy like you who will say 2016. That's the level you hold LeBron James to. Because you say 2016, the greatest regular season, the greatest record ever. You say LeBron team was better. So it's like at this point,
LeBron team had more talent. LeBron team had more talent.
That's the level you hold LeBron
Stephen
James
Curry had a better record with less talent on his team. So what? You feel me? So what does that say about Steph? Steph can shoot. He can play more offenses.
73-9. I can't just say another team is better than that, bro. Especially in that same year, bro.
If you go off of, I go off of who you have on your team. That's the only way that you can keep it unbiased. That's why I go with preseason odds over like going into the finals odds.
That's a good
point. You look at the preseason
odds.
You look at you look at who on your team, and really LeBron had the advantage.
I mean, on 2016, but then a
team get to
prove. A team get to prove because it's the name value. You can't just, what I'm saying. A team
name value is there because Kyrie was already considered. Kyrie is better than Clay. Kyrie and Clay is the same draft class, yo, and Kyrie was a number 1 overall pick. He was a rookie of the year, so Kyrie is easily better than Clay. Then you had Kevin Love, who's easily better than Draymond.
No.
He's better than Draymond.
It can go either way.
No, it cannot go either way. It cannot go either way.
And you know what? You got to look at the production. Clay and Kyrie production. Like Clay can go out there and give you the same production as Kyrie. He's able to
not on a consistent basis though.
He's able to do that.
He's able to give you a 50-point game, a 60-point game.
I give you. I
think Clay. I'm not saying it's like that. I'm not saying it's the gap is huge, but I'm just saying it's clear because we seen Kyrie lead the team to the playoffs in Boston, and so we ain't really seen Clay do nothing as a number 1 option. So I'm just saying it's clear. It's easy. It's clear as day to see. Like, you feel me? I think the answer is clear cut Kyrie on who is better between Kyrie and Klay Thompson. And then, bro, this man Kyrie was an all-star twice before LeBron came back.
All right, but then they had 4 all-stars when it Steph, Clay, Draymond, and who else?
No, Dre became an all-star because of how good the Warriors.
That year though.
No. That's usually how it is. No, but look, that's you. Hold on. You talking about before KD went there?
Yeah, I think they had. Oh no. What they had 4 all-stars before he went there, right? Or 3?
Nah.
I could have sworn they had 4.
They had 3. The Cavs had 3 too, though.
No, I could have sworn they had 4 that year, bro.
The Cavs had 3. It was just Steph, KD. It was Steph, Clay, and Draymond Green, right?
I could have sworn it was another one. I probably was Harrison Barnes.
That's because they be lying. That's because they be lying to y'all, bro.
So
the Cavs had 3 all-stars too. It was LeBron, Kyrie, and Kevin Love. Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, they only
So
had 3 All-Star
even
games.
even if you don't say like LeBron team was better though, I mean the words are better. It was equal out, most for sure equal,
Yeah,
for
but you got to
sure.
ask yourself, how did that happen? Like, what's the difference between Steph and LeBron? Steph can shoot, LeBron can't. So
It's really
when your
not. No, no,
best
no,
play,
no, no, no,
when
no,
your
no,
best
no.
hold on. So when your best player can shoot, you got more. You can run way more plays for everybody. Everybody's coming off screens. Everybody's moving. When LeBron plays, he has the ball in his hands a lot at the top of the key, and he's controlling everything that goes on. So we just got to live with that. Now he's good enough to still go to the finals doing that though, especially if he got all the talent on his team like he had on the Cavs. I'm just saying like that's not winning. When it comes down to you facing a guy on the same level talent as you as far as a superstar, and they got a good team too, you're probably not gonna win that way because they are playing team ball and y'all not playing that much team ball.
Yeah.
No, it's
That's
not
pretty much
that
what it
either,
come down
Crunch.
to.
You know what it is, Crunch? I'm gonna
Yeah,
go
I
back
mean
to
what?
I'm gonna go back to I'm gonna go back to what I said. Is LeBron great in the post?
Yeah.
Is he great in the post?
No. I don't think it's great in the post, but I'm saying yeah, like that's
Is,
one of the
is,
reasons.
is LeBron great at mid range?
No, he's not.
Is LeBron great at 3-point shooting?
Nah, I would say he's a great 3 point shooter. No, I think and
So
look, if he
so
plays
this
in the
is
post,
so
he can
that
pass out.
that's
When I
where the
He
look
real
can
at
problem.
pass. That's what I'm saying. He can pass out of the post and run.
but
If you're a
going
good mid range player and you got a good in between game, it opens up the offense so much more.
I
Right.
get I get that. What I'm saying is like in 2016 though, going back there, Steph and LeBron, I look at them as like obviously LeBron a better player, but Steph and LeBron they're both generational talents. Like they're both like
Yeah,
guys
and
who can be
Kyrie,
the
yeah,
best player on a championship team.
yeah, but Kyrie is a
So
generational talent also.
yeah, but then you got see that's where it's
You
like
feel me?
generate. Can Kyrie be the
I say
best player on a
generational. I say
championship team?
nah. When you say generational talent,
Yeah, yeah.
that's
Nah,
like that's Kyrie. That's for sure.
we
Like
can
whether
get
you
another
win a
Kyrie
champion,
Irving though. We can get
'cause
another Kyrie Irving.
nah, you can't get another Kyrie though.
Like you put
You
Chris
can't get
Paul
another.
on
And
that
then a
team
lot
in
of people always say
2016.
no, bro. A
2016,
lot of people
Chris
be
Paul.
saying, a lot of people be saying that you can add anybody onto that team. But if you add like another point guard, they had to be able to do the same things that Kyrie was doing. And Chris Paul is not going to be giving you no 40, averaging 27 in the finals like that. Nah.
But I didn't see Chris Paul and James Harden take the Warriors to 7 games. That's what I'm saying. After that, so I'm like, Kyrie a generational talent, but it ain't like Kyrie was like KD on the team. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
but
saying?
James Harden can shoot better. Oh, hey Chuck, I think you got a phone
Yeah,
call.
yo, they tell your window or something.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, nah, but like I said, Kyrie closed the deal. Them niggas couldn't close the deal.
But yeah, what I'm saying is, so you got what I was saying. Look, Steph, LeBron, you got two guys. Okay, then you got to look at the surrounding players. Somehow that team won 73 games. It wasn't just because of Steph Curry.
No, but I'm saying when listen, bro, when you can play in a triangle, and somebody in the comments said that LeBron comes to the Warriors.
Hell no.
When you can shoot like that and you can play off ball, bro, that opens up so much for your team. Now your whole team is getting more better touches
Right, and when you
versus
can
LeBron
distribute the
team
ball
isn't
like
doing that.
LeBron James, they give
LeBron
guys
team
more
isn't doing
looks.
that. LeBron
They give
and
Kevin
LeBron is the
Love
only
more
one out of
looks.
everybody, and LeBron is the only one out of all these players that can't really shoot like that. Because Kyrie can play in that kind of system if he was on the Warriors. That's
So you
why
feel
when
like,
he
yeah, go ahead. You
yeah
can't leave
like
LeBron open. And LeBron just not no leave him
shit
open and turn it like no,
shit
no. Don't let this series fool you now.
shit.
Don't let this series fool you.
Nigga, he
You
was like
can't leave LeBron.
he was like 0 for 10, 0 for 20 at one
Right. But
point.
what I'm saying is though, back in those days, even now, like you gonna lose leaving LeBron open. Like don't just try to make it
He can
seem
knock your
like
jumper down.
Giannis, you know.
No, he can knock shit down. But if you're not in rhythm, it's gonna be off, bro. It's really gonna be
Yeah.
off.
But what I'm
Yeah.
saying is like with LeBron play style, they get a lot of guys in the rhythm too. Like you got a guy who can distribute, like clog the paint up, get the ball to K Love, get the ball to J.R. Smith. Like,
Yeah, but it depends on who's defending LeBron too, though. Because now, if you put a good defender on LeBron, he can't even get by them that consistently because he don't got no moves and no post game. So he can't consistently like torch that kind of defense, and that's gonna have guys not in rhythm. That's why like sometimes like LeBron will probably pass it to him late or like it's a bailout. And a guy might be standing in the corner for like 5 minutes with a whole shot clock, and then he get the ball at the end. Like these are not rhythm
yeah.
shots, and that's when his team be fucking up because LeBron don't got no bag. That's pretty much what it is. Kyrie team was better than bro. Answer me this question, bro. Why was Kyrie team better than LeBron team when
When?
when Kyrie left Cleveland and went to Boston? The Celtics was better than the Cavs.
Right, because the players were better. It's not
Nah,
like, you know,
He had a rookie Jason Tatum. LeBron
Jalen
James
Brown was in
had
his second year.
and Gordon Hayward got hurt, so he didn't even have Gordon
But
Hayward for that whole season.
Kyrie ain't at the Celtics though, and they went to the championship. So it's like, you know, that was a
Because
great
those
rising
guys got
team.
older. D Wade won a champ. LeBron had D Wade that year. D Wade got a championship
When?
without LeBron.
No.
Without
That was
LeBron, he
12
do.
years. That was 12 years
Nah,
apart.
you're not hearing. I'm talking about the level of the player. Because
Yeah.
that year, D Wade was better than Jason Tatum. Because Jason Tatum was a rookie. And they had a second year. Jaylen Brown.
You are like, because you're a rookie, you can't be good.
I didn't say he wasn't good, but he wasn't on a Wade. That was
Bro, Wade at that point was coming off the
Bro, he was cooking on the Cavs, bro.
Yeah, nah,
Wade. He went back to Miami, and he was still nice. He was still nice.
So let me ask you this: you got a player like Kyrie Irving. He's played with KD, Luka, Harden. Why? I'm asking you, why has Kyrie only really shine like how you telling me when he did in the finals alongside LeBron James?
I'm gonna answer that for you, bro. That's why we want to
see him right. That's why we want to see him back with him because we like.
I'm gonna answer that
for you.
That's because out of all the players you name, LeBron is better than those. LeBron is better than all those other players you name. So I do give LeBron credit. You know, a lot of guys be teaming up, but not everybody team up and go to the finals. Like when LeBron give what he want, I will say most of the time he go to the finals. But you know, Kyrie still perform, man. Like at least Kyrie not one of these point guards that y'all be getting, and then y'all get mad when they play bad. Like at least we can say Kyrie gonna play good if he play with LeBron. Most of you guys don't even be playing good when they team up with LeBron. You feel me? So, and yo, Kyrie, man, talent wise, bro, he on a level with D Wade, bro. Prime D Wade. I don't care what nobody say.
But you gotta think about it, bro. Like before LeBron even had got to Cleveland, just speaking on Kyrie, bro, I knew Kyrie was extremely talented. Everybody knew he was extremely talented, crossing people in the All-Star game, layups. But we wasn't looking at Kyrie like Chris Paul, like his team about to go out here and win 50 games, bro. We weren't looking at Kyrie like Russell Westbrook. Like his team about to go out, like Russell Westbrook gonna lead this team to the playoffs.
But you gotta remember But yo, this man Kyrie wasn't even, bro.
Yeah, he was young. He
was still mad young. That's why I like because LeBron came back mad early. Like, so really that whole 3 years when LeBron was on Kyrie team, Kyrie was like he was better than we had ever seen him. Cause that's really when he was supposed to be entering his prime. But LeBron pretty much came back and caught that.
And Kyrie had a squad too, though, during those years before
they was chills.
Dion Waiters.
Yeah, they was chills. I be acting like he ain't had no help, but really when you look at it, they wasn't really that bad. I think they would have eventually made the playoffs one of them years. I just think they was a little too young. But they had Antoine Jameson too, who I always be talking about. LeBron had. That sort of shit. But that's why I be looking at Boston, like, because at that time, Kyrie was still like 25 or 20 or something. He was still young, so I think him doing it on Boston like showed that he can do. He could have took a team to the playoffs, but he just ever since then he wasn't staying in one spot. Like he left Boston after 2 years. Then he messed up with Brooklyn.
I just feel like, bro, when you want to win a championship in the NBA, you gotta at least. We've seen it over the years, bro, starting all the way back to the 80s. You gotta stack the deck a little. We've seen it with Kobe after Shaq. Like you got.
Kobe ain't stacked the deck though. Kobe ain't stacked the deck.
What I'm saying, you gotta make some moves.
Kobe ain't
like you gotta make sure, like you got the advantage, bro. We didn't see it. You can't really.
No, you don't. No. He ain't had the advantage. He ain't had the advantage in 2010. And that's why. And Jordan didn't really have no advantage.
They were getting a bit older.
He had Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen wasn't the advantage.
But Jordan had the best team though. On everything.
He had the best team. Early on, it wasn't like that because these other teams was nice, bro. You had guys on other teams, bro. You had Kevin Johnson and Charles Barkley.
What I'm saying is, though, 9 times out of 10, bro, the championship team ain't gonna be the best player. It's gonna be the best constructed team. The
Nah,
Nuggets right now got the best constructed team. They probably
they
gonna
got
win
the
the
best player. Well,
and the best team. Exactly. So if you got the
I
best
would no,
player
you
and
no.
the
The
best
Lakers had
team,
a better team though. The Clippers had a
nah.
pretty good team. They just got injured.
But they win the yeah, they got injured.
They
And
had a
then
better
they
team.
they got
The
injured.
Suns had a super team.
But I'm talking about like the whole roster. Like your whole roster like better than everybody else where you winning the championship.
Yeah,
So
the
you
Bulls
can't
didn't have the better roster
Yeah,
in
they
the
had a
first
better
three.
roster.
they got Tony Kukoc. That's the
That
best
was
in the
later.
league.
Tony Kukoc
Oh, you
was the
talking about the
second one.
first three? Yeah, the first
Yeah.
three. Yeah, man. They had
Even if you do that third one, even if you do that the second one, they had a guy named Judd Bushler on that team. Judd
yeah.
Bushler. Who the heck is he?
Yeah, Kobe.
And
He
he was
talking about
playing
Kobe after
minutes.
Shaq.
And Judd was playing minutes. Judd would come in for for Pippen.
Yeah, it's
So
just
Humble
like
Sports
you
TV
gotta
said a
stack.
lot of players. He said a lot of players didn't enjoy playing with LeBron because LeBron's offense limits his teammates' production. Almost every single teammate of LeBron has
Production
their
fall
production
off
fall
a
off a cliff
cliff.
outside of 80 and Kai. I mean, that's
That
what Humble
ain't
Sports TV said, man. Shout out,
humble.
salute to Humble Sports TV
Humble
right there.
Sports TV, bro. Much respect, bro. But I gotta kind of disagree with that, bro. Like you got other players. You know what I'm saying? You got definitely other players. LeBron, like Mo Williams, like
I definitely
Delonte
disagree with
West.
that.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
So,
but Mo Williams still low key had the same. He was on the same thing
but he
on
no
his
all
on his
star though. Like
on
he
his
took
other
him
team.
to
No,
that
he put on
level.
the same numbers though.
Chris, why you gotta disagree with that, man?
You got big, even though big, like
Big Z?
that first run with the Cleveland, that really kind of showed people like, yeah, LeBron he can lift teams up, bro. He can lift these players up. And nobody expected them to win in '07. Nobody expected him in '09 to get that far. So it's like, yeah. But you got to stack the decks to win championship. He realized that. He seen what Boston was doing. He seen like Boston was like KG was tired of not winning, bro. I'm
But
finna stack the
Jordan didn't
deck.
stack the deck, man.
And then but
Mike
I ain't
never
say
stacked
no.
the deck.
MJ ain't stacked the deck, but he had the best team though. That's 72 and
He didn't
10.
have the best team. You keep saying he had the best team, but I keep telling you, he had a guy like Judd Bushler on the team.
Yeah,
When you look at these
but it
guys' points production, they barely scored 5 points.
yeah.
You got
But
Kukoc in double digits, Pippen in double digits, and Jordan in double digits.
but when
After
you
that, it's a
when you
cliff.
when you ask somebody what's the greatest team ever, they gonna go to the Bulls though.
Right, but that's what I mean. They're only saying that because Mike was on that team. Because if you look, I promise you, Luke Longley was probably about a 9-point score. Then after that, they had a guy named Jason Caffey. Played major minutes.
Yeah.
It's facts though.
He averaged 5 points, maybe 6 points a game. Dickie Simpson. Who the hell is Dickie Simpson? If I don't tell you who he is, you won't even know who he is.
Yeah, that's facts. Yeah.
You see what I'm
Yeah, the
saying? So
whole
like when
team wasn't the best
people say
roster.
that Jordan had the best team and the best roster, he did not. Every team they played against on that west side, their team was stacked against them. That like even the Lakers had a better roster. The Blazers had a better roster. The Suns had a better roster. The Seattle Supersonics had a better roster. And the Jazz had a better roster.
That's just, but and then you go to LeBron though. LeBron wasn't gonna win no championship. He knew he needed something. He needed a little bit extra help to get
He
past the
needs
finish line. So
he
it's
needs
like
that jump start. His toe was stolen. He needs the tow truck services. Wade definitely took him over the hump, man.
yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah, Wade
Wade.
definitely helped. That first
That
chip right there, that was
that 2011 team, that was Wade team.
yeah.
When LeBron first got there,
Yep.
then he had to give LeBron the keys. They went back to back.
Yep.
I remember watching that 2014 live though. I don't know what was going on. You got Patty Mills out there, can't miss a mid-range shot. Tim Duncan going crazy.
Patty Mills was on fire in that series.
Fire.
He
I
was on
still
fire
remember
in
that
that
vividly
series.
to this day.
Right.
Patty
Everything he
Mills.
threw up, it seemed like it
Like,
went in.
who the hell is Patty Mills? Like, what the
I was looking at him like, damn, Patty can't miss.
world?
And you know, nobody looks at Pat Mills as this elite scorer.
All right.
But for whatever reason, he was on fire that year. Yeah, man. But that's why I say that's why I say Tim Duncan's runs were so impressive when he won. Although he didn't win the back to backs,
Yeah.
he just had impressive runs, man. If he
So
would
you
have won
say,
back to back, he'd probably be over Kobe for me. But because he didn't win
yeah.
back to back, he got to be underneath Kobe. Because Kobe did 2 3-peats, he just didn't win the 3-peat, but he got the 3 championships twice.
So like
Actually,
when it came to Tim Duncan and David Robinson, like were they like on the same level? Were they like 1A 1B or like David
yeah, they
Robinson
were
went
one A,
all
one
that?
B. Yeah,
Yeah.
when Tim got drafted in '99, yeah, they were 1A, 1B.
I gotta go watch some David Robinson.
Dave
Man.
Robinson was an animal, man. Dave Robinson was the only reason the Spurs were even in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And he was carrying bums too.
I gotta
He
go
just wasn't
check
Tim
out.
Duncan, but he was carrying people. You got guys like Avery Johnson as his point guard, Mario Ellie as a shooting guard. They had who else they had? They had a guy named Cadillac something Anderson who played for them too when Dave Robinson was playing. Nobody don't even know who Cadillac Anderson is. You see what I'm saying? It's like when you look at certain players, man, certain players had the deck stacked against them.
You get me, Chuck?
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. How you feel about Houston saying they would have won if MJ? Because you know they ain't MJ ain't have Horace Grant. They ain't have nobody to compete lock down Elijah on. So you would have gave them 2 rings to Houston even if MJ was still there.
Nah, 94. Horace Grant was still there in 94. It was the year after he left.
Oh, okay. The year
It
after.
was the year after he left. Yeah, the year after he left in '95 because he was like Pippen. He felt Pippen was going to take them to where they want to go.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why he signed. He had an option. He was thinking about signing with the Bulls, but then he just said he gonna go with the Magic. But those were the only 2 teams that he was gonna sign for. And he ended up going to the Magic, man. And I know he felt bad about that because
Yeah. Sure came back and whooped him. What's that man name? What's the point guard that do the on Houston Rockets? He do the ESPN. Man, what's that man name?
Kenny Anderson. I mean
Yeah,
Kenny Smith.
Kenny Smith. Yeah, Kenny Smith was like, man, like I feel bad. I'm glad Jordan left because we would have beat him. I was like,
Uh,
man, them some accusations right there.
yeah, I don't know about that because Vernon Maxwell was on tape saying he hated playing against Michael Jordan,
Yeah,
and that was their shooting guard, Vernon Maxwell. He already beat Clyde already in the finals, so you already know he wasn't afraid of Clyde
right.
because that was the next year. The next year they got Clyde. I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say.
I remember one story I seen. It was like Jordan came back. Like before he came back, he held something. Like he held something for the players that was in the NBA before he came back out of retirement.
Yeah,
And it
yeah.
was like Jordan was just cooking. I didn't think he was gonna be doing all that.
Yeah, it
Magic.
was when he was
It was
filming
him and
Space
Magic.
Jam.
It was him and Magic going back and forth. It was
Yeah,
like,
it was him when he was filming Space Jams.
yeah. That's what I was
He had
talking
that
about.
little bubble in there for them and whatnot. He was cooking them boys. But, hey, but you know who was nice too, man? People don't talk about. And he
Who?
played with Mike. He played against Mike a lot. Allen Houston, man. Al Houston was just as good, man. That dude could shoot, mid range, 3 point. He could drive. But people don't ever talk about these people. Like, anytime people talk about guards, they always talk about these little guards, these little white guards. Like, that's all Jordan played against is short white guards or something. Like, people forget that, JR was there. Um, you had guys like Michael Cooper. You had guys, you know what I mean? You had guys that were athletic, man. Like, that whole
Yeah.
not Kendall Gill. Like, hey, Crunch, did you get to see Kendall Gill yet? I put Crunch on Kendall Gill. You know who Kendall Gill is, Chris?
Nah, I gotta check him out.
Yeah, check out Kendall Gill, man.
Who he played for?
He played for the Hornets.
The Hornets. Yeah.
Hornets. He played for the Hornets, Nets, and the Sonics.
Mm. The Hornets had.
It's, it's crazy when you talk to an older guy, he get to like really break down
Yeah.
some players, and like
Yeah.
then when you look at him, you're like, oh, damn, he played with Mike
They
Mike.
were nice.
Yeah, he like, yeah, he was nice. What were you talking about here? Like
Yeah.
Kendall Gill, I think almost averaged 20 points a game, bro. If I'm not mistaken.
What about I gotta you felt like hmm, what about Clyde? How you feel about Clyde Drexler?
Clyde was solid, but
Yeah.
his problem was he just wasn't Mike, man. But Clyde
Yeah.
was solid. He's a solid player. He could shoot. He could shoot the mid range, shoot the 3 point shot. Um, you already know his driving ability. He can drive, dunk.
Yeah.
He has
Clyde the
that
guy.
unlocked. Put a highlight on you in a heartbeat. You know what I mean? So it's like
Yeah.
he,
They just
he,
didn't have enough.
he just wasn't Mike. That's all. But he's a 6'7" guy that Mike had to face all the time. And he was driving. You know what's so funny? I'm gonna tell you a story that a lot of people don't know. The year that
Yeah.
Mike got drafted in '84, Drexler got drafted in '83, right? So
Yeah.
'84 when Mike was getting drafted, Drexler was pitching for Mike to go to Portland. Like they had to pick,
Yeah.
and they ended up picking Sam Bowie over Mike. But they were like, "Yo," Drexler was like, "Pick Michael Jordan, man," and they just didn't. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah, man.
Can you
He just
imagine
came.
Drexler and Jordan together? Because Pippen had to grow into being Pippen.
Yeah.
Drexler was already Drexler. You know what I mean? He didn't have to. He wouldn't have had to groom Drexler. Drexler was already an animal.
All right.
So those championships would have came much earlier if he would have went to Portland.
All right. Oh yeah.
Because they already had a squad there ready.
The Bulls lucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely like looking at the game back then just to see how the game has evolved. And basically, I feel like a lot of people be saying the game like players better now, but I mean, in that era, the competition, the players, I mean, anybody really could have won, but it just
Yeah.
stood out. MJ, was just better than everybody else.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like really, like the league was a big man's league during that time.
Yeah,
So you talk about a big man's league, and you got a shooting guard controlling it. That's unheard of, man. And he didn't have a dominant center. He didn't have a center that was dominant. Like he didn't have a Patrick Ewing.
hmm
He didn't have a David Robinson. He didn't have a Hakeem Olajuwon. What's going on, man?
yeah,
All right. He didn't have none of those great players. You know what I mean?
yeah. Oh, big for sure, nah.
So when you don't got those great players, and you still dominate the league, nah, man. That's why I can't put nobody over Mike, man. And like the whole Kareem thing, people got Kareem at number 3, number 2, and all this nonsense. Like I said, he didn't win. Man, I'm telling you, he didn't win until Magic got there, man.
Yeah,
And that was at least almost a 6 to 7 year stretch of not Magic Johnson ball. And he missed the playoffs one time when he got MVP.
yeah. During his prime, that was his
Yeah,
peak.
yeah, during peak him. peak him didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah, I do be seeing a whole lot of people with Kareem top three.
That's garbage.
Yeah,
That's garbage. They you know what the problem is? All they looking at is the stats.
yeah,
But again, remember what I
numbers.
told you. There was times when them Lakers getting blown out, and he in the game still, and he's still scoring. Those are empty stats to me. Like I watch the games. I watch when the Lakers were getting romped, and they
Yep.
give it. I'm like, man, he should have been out the game already. Hey,
Hey, how are you?
I'm gonna you.
Good.
I'm gonna be back on later though, Chuck.
Oh, my fault, bro.
Yeah, it's cool.
I was just at my job and whatnot. Finished for the day,
Uh,
so I get to chill now. Yeah, I be driving tour buses and whatnot, so I get to take basketball players, football players, college football players, all that stuff. Man.
mm,
Like take them to the airport, take them to the stadium and whatnot.
yeah.
Like one time I had the Washington Redskins football team, took them to Philadelphia. I'm an Eagles fan, so that was a long ride for me, bro.
Yeah.
I enjoy watching the game with the Eagles, but I didn't like being with the Redskins on the team bus. Like I'm not hoping y'all win. Don't even
Yeah.
think of yeah, man. But yeah, like do me that favor. Check out Kendall Gill, bro. This when you check out Kendall Gill, come back to me and tell me what you think.
So
Like, because people think like during that time there was no shooting guards out there. We already know who Reggie Miller was, so I ain't gonna mention him.
yeah.
As he was noted, you know what I mean? But like underrated guys like
Mm-hmm.
Kendall Gill, who people never talked about. Kendall Gill's a beast, man. Dude can he can drive with either hand, dunk with either hand, can shoot the three ball, can he had a layup package, he had a bag. He can post you up, you know what I mean? And he plays solid D.
Yeah.
But he's never mentioned.
Yeah. Yeah. That's just a narrative when it comes to that shooting guard position with MJ. That's a narrative.
Yeah, he's never mentioned. It's like yeah, they don't even talk about him.
A lot of people
And
say MJ didn't at his position and stuff.
then at his position, he ain't play against nobody. I'm like, he ain't play nobody. So you said Mitch Richmond was nobody? Because Mitch Richmond was an animal, man. Look at his numbers.
Facts. Yeah.
Mitch Richmond, Clyde Drexler, Kendall Gill. I could name at least 15 guards at his position that went at him. Vernon Maxwell, and they're not 6'2", 6'1", like how people make it seem like. These are all guys 6'4" and better.
Oh.
Like so, it's like, and I listen. I'm like, bro, like, where do y'all get this from? Like he had no competition. He had a lot of competition. On top of the shooting guard he had to pass. Back then, the center could camp out under the rim.
MJ just made it look like it wasn't no competition.
Right. You ever heard of a guy named Jeff Malone?
Nah.
Look him up. He played for the
Sure.
Sixers.
Yeah.
He played for the Sixers and the Utah Jazz. That dude averaged about 18 to 20 points a game. Another dude. Nobody never talks
Mm-hmm.
about him. Why? because it doesn't fit the whole narrative of him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because then if you add more people to the mix, it looks like, oh, then Michael did have comp.
Alright.
But these are guys who was dropping between 18 and 20 points, man. 18 and 20 points in the NBA at that time wasn't easy. Because you got to remember, hand checking was involved.
Alright.
You talk about hand checking, man. That it's hard to score when someone hand checking you.
Yeah.
I put this charge on, man. My phone about to die. That phone was low. People talking in them comments because they always chatting it up. Comments, bro.
Yeah, I think I am MVP. Someone was trying to get in.
Almost what? We gotta catch crunch though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm reading all the stuff they said. Yeah.
Where he at?
Oh yeah, they talked about Jerry Krause and Mike. Like I said, yeah,
Yeah.
they definitely had a friction, bro. They ain't like each other at all, man. When I mean they ain't like each other, they ain't like each other. Like they was on the verge of hating each other. Like on some Mike would do pranks on Jerry Krause. He's a short Jewish guy, man.
Yeah.
So him and the whole team would do pranks on him.
I wonder what then another thing I was hearing was he didn't want to pay Pippen. He didn't want to pay Scotty.
Oh no, he didn't want Pippen. He wanted all the felonies.
Yeah.
He wanted the big man because he didn't have a big man.
Mm-hmm.
Why wouldn't you want a big man? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You got Bill Cartwright. Bill Cartwright had two bad knees. He didn't want
Yeah.
him either. Like when they traded Charles Oakley in '88, he was pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was pissed when they traded Charles. And that's another thing. Like you see how the player movement is now. Back
Yeah.
then, it was like at least one to two players max. You couldn't trade your whole roster and get a whole new roster. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Like,
way different now.
yeah, it's way different from what it was back then. Now, shoot, like with the Heat. Remember when the Heat first assembled the Heat? And they had like six trades.
Getting trading everybody.
Right, they got rid of a lot of people on that Heat team, man. Ended up getting
Yeah.
Shane Battier, Rashard Lewis, um, Mike Miller,
Oh,
Bosh,
Birdman.
Birdman. Yeah, they got a lot of players, man. And, you know, and like I tell people, I think to me, Bron is one of the great players in the league right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't knock that off. I don't take that knock on him because he is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But is he the greatest? That's too far of a
Yeah.
stretch. And I don't want to hear that LeBron played against the greatest Golden State team ever, 73-9. They were not the greatest team ever. And Harrison Barnes would have got killed by Scottie Pippen.
Yeah.
Then you got Ron Harper that would have stuck either Clay or Curry, with Jordan sticking either or two. Matter of fact, them three would have stuck those other three any way they had to.
You got Rod. You'll have Rodman and Draymond going back and forth with it.
Now Draymond would have got ejected out the game because Rodman was a master at
Got his head.
yeah, Rodman's a master at getting in your head. He knew how to get in your head. Shoot, he got into Karl Malone head. You know Karl Malone
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah.
He don't even choke ball. All Karl Malone do, he get his little score, go run down, play defense.
Yeah, I am MVP was good.
Oh, he want to get
What's
in,
What's up?
bro.
happening?
What up, bro?
What's happening?
Man, bro, just chopping it up.
What I missed, man? Y'all had some good conversation going. I was waiting in the room.
What's good, man?
Man,
Yeah,
what's happening, bro?
they say it's confirmed. Kyrie to the Lakers, bro.
Kyrie to the Lakers.
Is you for real?
We'll see how that works.
You
Hey,
lying?
Crunch, did you see that video I sent you?
Which one?
So somebody, yeah, I sent it to you on TikTok.
I'm about to look at it right now.
Yeah, somebody had went and actually broke down LeBron James's numbers. You got to go check it out, bro. They the guy he went and he said that about what was it, 70 something percent of LeBron James's shots come from within 3 feet of the rim. And when you take in consideration everything outside of that 3 feet, his shooting percentage is like 29%.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. That's right there.
Yeah, we all
But
know that, though, man. That's nothing. That's nothing new. Only Braun fans really think that he shoots great from everywhere.
Yeah. And the guy in the video, the guy was like, if you want to talk, if you take that in consideration, then the greatest shooters ever was DeAndre Jordan, and I forgot the other person's name. And it was like
Right,
they shoot like 80 something percent.
right. But that's because all they was dunks.
Yeah, and that's what the majority of LeBron James' shots are dunks or layups.
Yeah, but you know
But
they try to do that in
Kyrie
the
coming to the
game.
Lakers, man. I don't know. I don't. Are they gonna be able to get along with each other?
Yeah, you know how Kyrie is, man. It's gonna be a hassle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be something right there.
I mean that's potential to be able to run the West, but is LeBron James gonna give up not having to have the ball in his hand?
Yeah,
Because
That's
he
another
don't need to be
question.
doing that. He needs to fall back and he needs to be option three really, and let AD and Kyrie be one and two.
That's a whole other question, brother.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, at this point, you need to go ahead and get as many championships you can before you get out of here, and you need to just change your game. You can't be the number one guy no more, especially at 38, 39 years old.
Yeah, you know he was tired, and you can see he was tired, man. I was talking to one of my friends who's a Braun fan, and in that game four, third quarter, you could literally see he was exhausted.
He was gas, yeah. I mean, anytime you put up 30 points in the first half and come in the second half and you only do 14 points, you
He was
gas, bro.
yeah, he was exhausted, man. He was
Yeah.
done. It wasn't until late in that third quarter is when he actually scored his first bucket.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was tired, man. And I was like, we were watching the game together, and I was like, I feel bad for your boy, man. Like this is gonna be another, because I know how people are on him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They come at his head, man, but he puts it on himself because he calls himself the dope. You know what I mean?
Yep. Absolutely.
He puts it
Yeah.
puts it on himself.
And that's nobody has never said that they were the GOATs. Like Kobe, Jordan, nobody, Kareem. I think Wilt might have made the comment before, but nobody else has ever said that they were the GOAT. And you just can't do that. It's
Yeah, but
always going to
nobody.
be somebody better.
Nah, Magic never said it. Bird never said it.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, none of the greats have. Besides Wilt, because Wilt was a showboater.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I said he was the
Wilt,
only one that may have
yeah,
said it.
Wilt was a showboater.
And I mean, Bill Russell said that he would have whooped all the other big hands, but he never really called himself the GOAT either.
Yeah, nah, he never called himself a
yeah.
goat.
I
hello,
just I just would never take Bill Russell over Shaq though
hello.
as the greatest center.
Yo, y'all boys there?
Yeah, yeah, because Bill had a lot of help, man. A lot of people don't put that into content.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, Shaq,
Bill,
we can hear
Bill,
you, bro.
Bill didn't have to score. You know that, right? Bill could have
yeah.
literally scored 0 points a game, and just played on the other side, just waited on defense, and they still would have won.
And I mean, plus back then it was just Lakers and Celtics anyway. They were the two hugest markets. So if you
Yeah,
wanted
because
to get
it
paid,
was
you're
only
gonna
ten
go there.
teams.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
only
that's what
ten
I'm saying.
teams.
So I mean, that's kind of just an era of itself. Like
Yeah.
really, when you get into the 80s and the 90s is when competition began to really get real. And then even
Well,
then, I look at it as like the late 80s, really.
no. Well, really, what happened was, I think it was like 77, when the
Mm-hmm.
ABA merged with the NBA.
NBA.
That's when the competition became
It,
competition.
y'all hear the static?
That's probably me, man. I'm moving.
Yeah,
Can
Shaq Fu,
y'all
we
hear
hear
me?
you, but yeah, Shaq Fu, we can
Oh,
hear you, but it's a little bit messed up a little bit.
Oh, that's Shaq Fu?
for everybody or
Yeah,
just for me?
He on the iPhone.
Okay. Can y'all hear me clear?
Yeah, we
yeah,
can hear you
I can hear
clearly.
y'all too clear.
Yeah, we can hear Chuck.
Yeah, so during the
Oh, I might need to leave and come back.
I think it's
Yeah.
77, 78 season when the NBA
Mm-hmm.
merged with the NBA is really when that competition changed. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know if it's 78 or 79. Adrian Dantley ended up winning, if I'm not mistaken, MVP. I gotta look at it. But a lot of people don't talk about Adrian Dantley either.
It was
Adrian
something
Dantley
that
is one
you.
of those guys, man.
It was something you said too while I was waiting to get in when you was talking about how
Uh huh.
people try to play Jordan like he about the competition and everything back then, man. And like a
Yeah.
lot of people, like today's game is more of just like 21 really. Like you people just shooting, ain't defense ain't really being playing. Versus
Right.
back in Jordan's time, you'll get clothesline and that was just a regular pass.
Yeah, that was a regular foul. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
think how
wasn't
many
something
times
special.
think how many times people were getting like mild concussions and stuff just from playing basketball and still having to go out there and score.
Yeah.
And then the game was slower. So yeah, they was putting up 20 points, 25 points, but that's equivalent of about 30 to 40 points in today's game.
Right.
I
Absolutely. I
mean,
agree.
back then the highest scores game. I mean, if you hit 100, that was that
That
was
was a
rare.
big deal. That was
Yeah,
a big
it was
deal. Yeah.
rare. Them games used
Yeah.
to be 50, 60, 70 points.
Yeah. Chicago winning games 88 to 76.
Exactly. That's the game.
Yeah.
That's
Full game,
crazy.
88. 88, full game.
Yeah, but people, it wasn't a whole lot of running either. I mean, you
Nah.
had a few fast breaks, but you came down court, you set your offense, you made a bunch of
Mm-hmm.
passes, you scored, go back down
Mm-hmm.
court.
Yep. That was it.
Yeah,
Put the ball in the post. The
yep,
postman don't got it, kick it back out
yep,
to a mid-range shot. He
yep.
don't got it, kick it back into the post.
But I
That
mean,
was basketball back then.
if, if you take them 70, 80s, and 90s guys and put them into today's game, they'll be throwing up 130 points too.
Oh yeah.
But the
Oh
thing
yeah.
about it, they were tough though, man. Them dudes were
Yeah.
big. They didn't get afraid of hitting. It wasn't all this
Right.
stopping the clock because somebody fell and they head hurt and all of that. Like, nah, them dudes got back up. They either jawed at each other, went at each other, and then they kept playing.
Like Shafu, I would put Clyde Drexler in this era. He would drop at least 35, 40 a game.
Easy, easy.
Clyde Drexler was like people sleep on Clyde, and he's not really mentioned a lot. But I'm gonna tell you
Hmm.
what, man, that guy he could shoot the three. He shot the three better than Mike. Let's be honest. Um, and he had a mid-range shot. Plus, he can jump like Mike. He just wasn't
Mm.
Mike mentally. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He just wasn't Mike mentally. But as far as ability, he was Mike. Everything Mike could do, he could do.
And I think that's what put Mike and Kobe above everybody else is just that mental. It was always somebody who could shoot better, somebody that was more athletic and stuff like that. But just that mental to I gotta win this game, we gonna win this game, give me the ball type. That's
Right.
the difference. A lot of guys don't have that.
Absolutely. I agree
What
with
you say,
that.
bro? No, okay.
I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. A lot of guys don't have that whole. All right, I'm gonna take the game over. It's on my back. We're gonna win this one.
That's one reason why I like Westbrook a lot, because Westbrook has it. It's just I don't know what's up with his scoring right now.
Yeah.
But he has that mindset. I wanna be the one to do it, but the shots don't fall.
Yep. If he had a better touch, man, Westbrook, we would be talking about Westbrook different. If he had a
Yeah,
better shooting touch, we would be talking totally different.
Yeah,
The
man.
problem with Westbrook's game is he's just he's so athletic. He's super athletic that he doesn't slow his game down just a notch. If he
that's what
slows
Shaq
his
told
game
him.
down if he would slow down his game just a notch, he would be unstoppable.
Yep. Oh yeah, that's what another thing you was talking about. Y'all was talking about Jordan before I got in. About Jordan wanting Pippen to be traded or not paying
Yes,
Pippen, one of them.
not
Uh,
being drafted, not being drafted.
you know, what you call it was supposed to go to Chicago. T Mac, he was supposed to
T-Mac,
end
yeah,
up in
yeah.
Chicago.
Oh yeah, that was in the second three-peat though. I remember that.
Yeah, man, that would have been something dangerous.
Yeah, that was in the second three-peat. That was at the tail end of it. Can you imagine T-Mac and Jordan together?
That would have been dangerous.
Well, imagine this one. This would have been dangerous. Tim Duncan, T-Mac, and Grant Hill
All in
on the
Orlando.
Orlando Magic.
Yeah, I watched a
Like,
video about that. I watched a video about that that said that Doc Rivers was happy that Tim Duncan was finna sign him, and somebody called him Coach Cap, because the Coach K called him and was
mhm.
like, "Did you sign him?" He was like, "Nah." He went to go back and talk to Pop, and he was like, "Yeah, you're not gonna get him."
Yep,
Damn.
yep. Well, the thing was this. On the table, Tim Duncan has said he wants his family flown out there to Orlando,
Yeah, and
and
his wife to be accompanying him on trips too, right?
right, and his wife to be accompanying him on trips in the games,
And they said
and
no, and it
he
wasn't even
said
all
no.
games. It wasn't even every game.
Right, and he said no. So that's when Tim Duncan said, "Well, let me go talk to Pop."
Hey, yo,
Mm.
Shaq, Fu, you there?
Yeah, he there. He talking.
Nah, that's me talking, bro.
Yeah, that's I'm MVP.
Oh, where's Shaq Fu at?
Oh man, he quiet. I want to know what he thought about Kyrie probably going to the Lakers. He was saying he was talking trash this morning. He said Kyrie is pretty much a loser.
Who's a loser?
Hold
Hey,
on.
Shaq Fu, man, you gotta come up in here, bro. Oh, he disappeared.
You left out.
Yeah, cause I mean, I listen to a lot of guys, man, but like I can tell that they really don't watch the game. Like they really just look at stats and
Yo,
Yo, my bad. I got kicked out. But what you say, dude said about
Yo,
Kyrie
can y'all
going
hear
to the
me?
Lakers?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we
yeah,
hear you now. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah, we
well, Crunch. I need my credit from the beginning of the season because I said the Nuggets be going to the. I said the Nuggets would go to the finals, and no one took it
You
serious.
said that?
Yeah, I said that
Dang, yeah, right.
when
I
Kyrie
got to
went
give
to the
you credit then.
when all them trades happened, you was like, I got the Mavs going to the finals. I was like, nah, bro, Nuggets going.
I do remember, Crunch, when Kyrie first went, you did say that the Mavs was going.
I
But I
definitely
mean, they was
said that. I
balling
definitely
too.
said that.
They had went on with a 4-5 game win streak when he first got there,
Man,
and
the
they were
way I seen
balling.
some of these teams fold in the playoffs, I think Kyrie and Luka could have did damage in the playoffs
No, they
if they
hey
would have
man,
couldn't.
made it.
Nuggets would have got them boys out
But
in
nah, I was
five.
definitely wrong. I was wrong about that one.
Five.
I was wrong about that one.
I'm a man of my word, man. I said I had the Suns, man.
I
Mm.
I
know.
did too. I thought the Suns was definitely going to be there.
Yeah,
That
I
man
thought the
Jokic
Suns gonna be
owns.
there because I figured KD didn't have to be the man with Chris Paul and being there.
And Booker,
So I
yeah.
figured that would be a
They need to
perfect
go.
role for him
They need to
because
go ahead and
he's
return
not an
that
alpha type
MVP.
of guy.
They need to go ahead and give that Jones MVP back to Jokic. He got robbed.
They
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 gonna
really
get that
do.
one back.
Yeah, they do.
It's crazy.
I agree.
Yeah,
They gave Embiid the MVP after 1 month of Jokic not even playing. Of Jokic not even playing bad. Them playing decent and them just losing games. And they just give him. They just gave it to Embiid.
I agree with you, Shafu. Yeah, they need to give
yeah, I'm gonna
that. They
agree
need.
with that.
They
Yeah,
won
they
like a
need to
4 game
give.
losing streak and we're still number one. Like I don't get it. He had the number one seed. He had better numbers and they had the best offense in the league.
The whole MVP voting needs to be redone.
I'm about to say because there's no way that because
I agree.
what reason does Joel have? What reason did Joel have to win MVP besides him leading the league in scoring? Like he did that last season, and he wasn't even first seed. So I don't understand. Like I don't get it. I don't see
I
how.
think he overrated. Yeah. I never thought he was the MVP. I think they just wanted him to get the MVP because they felt like he was probably getting robbed of it. But I mean,
It was a big. I'm telling you, everybody was saying this is the biggest here nigga damn MVP because he wouldn't stop crying about it.
Right.
Yep,
Every
that's what
interview
it
he's
was.
like,
He just kept crying about it. Exactly.
why should I get criticized? We have MVPs that haven't done nothing and they don't get anything said about me. This isn't fair.
Yeah, bro, that's wild, Joe. That's crazy. I was saying the same thing. I think he got it because he cried for it, bro.
And then
Like,
Joel and then Doc Rivers kept on saying, if he doesn't win the MVP, of itself, like bro,
Right.
like
it's a
bro,
lot of pride going on in this league today.
like bro, what are
Yeah.
y'all even talking about? Jokic really got robbed. He got robbed. He got finessed.
He'll get Finals MVP though if
Yeah,
they win. If they win, it's
I'm glad all them Embiid better debates are out the window now. Let's say Joel Embiid
yeah.
out here dropping 13 points in in a closeout game.
Y'all think Joel at home rubbing his MVP trophy?
Yeah, he don't care. He got his MVP. He happy. He
He
basically
rubbing it. He's sitting by
he
the
ba-
pool rubbing it
he
right now.
basically just made the top 100 list. So that how all of you is gonna have the top 100 list soon, like in 20 years.
You said
You
what?
know, how the NBA is probably gonna have the top 100 list in like 24 years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He basically just secured his spot, so he don't care no more.
Yeah, true. He gonna be on the top 100.
Yeah, right now they're gonna add Luka, Jokic, Embiid. It's probably maybe they might add Clay, and they gonna add Dwight. So that's like
They
5
gonna add
people.
Kyrie.
We don't know about that. I don't know.
That's crazy. Yo.
I don't
LaMelo
know.
Ball.
Maybe if he stays out of trouble and he gets like 2 more All-Star appearances, they might just add him just cause.
He gonna get them All-Star appearances.
Probably so. Maybe.
It's probably gonna be it's gonna be harder now in the West as a guard. But,
especially with Jamal Murray.
No,
I think he'll get it over Jamal Murray.
Yeah, Kyrie's more offensive than Jamal Murray.
Well, hold up a second. Jamal Murray just averaged 30 points on 50, 40, 90. 50, 40, 90.
Yeah, Jamal Murray is pretty close. I like that all-around scoring bag. Both of them got deep bags. Like Jamal Murray is gonna have to be. We're gonna have to talk about him more often now. But I think Kyrie's still a tier above Jamal Murray. Well, I mean, I don't know, man. It's hard to say. They probably like if they were to play a series against each other, they probably would put up the same numbers. I said they around the same tier.
Yeah, but right. I mean, Kyrie
as far as production wise,
Kyrie might make the top
as a second option.
I think he probably needs to go to the finals one more time, and then get at least 2 more All-Star appearances. Then they probably just gonna give it to him. But right now they only got 5. They only got 5. I only got 5 people making it right now. They won't give Dwight back. They won't at Dwight because they owe him.
They should definitely add Dwight. I think Dwight was better than LeBron for some time. I ain't gonna lie.
Maybe like a year.
Yeah, I think 09. I think 09 it was Kobe, Dwight Howard, LeBron James.
Maybe
definitely in that old what's that 08 to 2000 no that 08 to 2010 Dwight Howard was definitely he was the dude.
Well, huh?
I'm saying Dwight Howard was in that running. He was that dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, I ain't saying he was the best. No. During that time, wasn't nobody better than Kobe, bro.
Yeah, no. I'm saying you could make the argument he was better than LeBron.
Maybe. Either way.
It's 2 different positions, man.
For that 1 year, man.
Anyway,
2 different. That's a 6'11" and 6'9" and 6'11". But Dwight was just all dunks and defense too, blocking shots and dunking.
Yeah, no. I mean, I don't know. It's just, man, bro. I seen him beat LeBron, man. I seen him beat LeBron in the playoffs.
Oh yeah,
Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, I remember it. I remember that stuff very vivid, bro. They
I seen Paul Pierce beat Kobe. I don't know, man.
Hey man, we ain't talking about that. What you call it was hurt, bro.
Talking about that.
Nah, what you call it got hurt, man, with his toe. So talking about that.
Yeah, man.
What was his name? Andrew Bynum. He was hurt. Paul Gasol couldn't handle Big Baby and Perkins. That was too much for him. And then Ronnie Taryoff was the backup. Nah, man.
Ronnie Taryoff, like, come on,
man. You got one in the finals because it's probably gonna be Heat. And no, please, it's gonna be Heat.
Yeah. The Heat have finished that over. They play tonight, don't they? Or tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought it's tonight.
It's a night.
yeah, they'll wrap that up, man. They gave Boston one. You can tell they let
Who's
them
that
have that
dude?
one.
Who's that? I forgot his name, but he's one of the players just got hurt. What was his name?
Tyler Hero.
No, currently, like just now.
Oh no, Malcolm Brogdon got hurt. I think.
No, not the Celtics on the Heat.
I don't know.
It's somebody. Remember he was doing. I forgot his
Well,
name.
Gabe Vincent.
Yeah.
Yeah, they say he got hurt.
What's up with
He gonna have to recover before they go to the finals.
I ain't gonna lie, he gonna have to recover because they go to the finals. Jokic just they don't need no injuries. They don't need no injury. They need everything.
They need Gabe Vincent. Man, Jimmy Butler got a chance to win. Man, if
No,
Jimmy
but
Butler
I ain't
does
gonna lie.
this, man.
If anybody gets hurt, they're done.
If Jimmy Butler does, no, but they said that about Tyler Hero.
I'm saying this is a miracle run. Like yeah, I think if Tyler
This
Hero
ain't no
was playing,
miracle.
they might have lost.
No, this ain't no miracle. He done it before.
But that,
So if you think about it, it's really not a miracle.
As an 8 seed. There you go.
That's what I'm saying, bro. If Jimmy Butler does this and wins in the finals
against the number one seed,
I'm about to say he's going on my list for top 100. He getting that 6th spot.
He'll be the third. Is he a shooting guard or a small forward?
He's a small forward.
All right, but man, he'll be over a lot of guys though, man.
Jokic got this. I ain't gonna lie. This is the Nuggets year. They finally got it. They got it.
That's my only thing. If Miami can figure out a way to contain Jokic, they definitely got it. But if they can't contain Jokic, whew.
They knew about containing Jamal Murray. You could say Jokic. Jokic is going to do other stuff.
I think they can though. It's gonna be a collective effort though, but I think they can. I don't know, man. And then you got Denver resting right now. The finals don't start until next Thursday.
Yeah.
So Denver, but that can also go against you. You can get too much rest and end up losing the first two games.
I'm not gonna lie. Mike Malone is a GOAT tier coach. He's not gonna let that slide. He knows what he's doing. Too much resting.
Them niggas running right now.
Doc Rivers. If it was Doc Rivers, I see what you're talking about.
Yeah, they're running now.
Yeah, they're not.
Then too that Denver altitude.
They're probably gonna start practicing tomorrow. They probably just got a few days of rest.
That altitude play a part of it too, but it ain't as bad as it used to be back in the day. So I guess these guys are in more better shape because they used to be a big thing, especially in the playoffs with Denver.
Yeah,
you mess around and lose that first game.
It was killing the Lakers. The Lakers were extra tired at halftime. They were killing them.
But that team, that was a dog team too. You had Kmart, Melo. You had I'm not shooting. I'm thinking 2000s, bro. Now you talking about this year.
Yeah.
Shit. I mean, hell, Anthony Davis can't do nothing with Joker. He's too small.
People thought they did. You saw Crunch.
You going in and out, bro.
I saw Crunch's post when he was on Player's Choice, and he said the same thing. And I saw the comments.
What?
Huh? When people were saying like, "Oh, Anthony Davis is gonna lock down Jokic," Anthony Davis got Jokic.
Nah, I ain't say that.
No, I'm talking about the people in the comments.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, a lot of people were saying AD was gonna lock up Jokic.
Nah, ain't no way.
And the craziest thing is, Jokic got the game-winning shot on him. He got the game.
Yeah,
that was crazy. He was
how many of them threes he was just chucking over his head?
He was just all net.
And the crazy that game-winning shot was just like so out of nowhere. He just like did it to both of them. He bodied Dennis Schroeder at AD at the same time, and they just got an easy layup.
And he shot that thing like Larry Bird used to, man. That was the crazy part about it. That jumper looked just like Larry Bird. That jump went in. I said, yeah, we losing. We done.
Yeah.
He putting up shots like that. We are not winning.
Jokic just built different, man. I don't know how people. Everybody was riding for Embiid, man, and now Embiid's been exposed. And now
Jokic he always been a better player than Embiid to me.
Yeah, I remember he got first team All-NBA. Remember the Nuggets came out of nowhere in 2019, like KD's last year on the Warriors, and they were like the second seed.
Yeah.
Yep. I remember that.
He got first team. I'm about to say he got first team. And then he couldn't get first team the next year because Anthony Davis, they put him as a center, so he took it.
My opinion, if Miami was It's gonna
You going in and
be
out?
You
the
breaking
X
up, cuz?
factor is gonna be. Can you hear me?
No,
You
you
breaking
breaking
up,
up.
bro? Bad.
Yeah. Aaron. Hold on, let me see if I can do something different.
Got some Wi-Fi or something?
Well, Crunch, where you think? I think Kyrie should just stay with Dallas. I'm not gonna lie. I think he should ride it out.
I think you should stay with Dallas.
Yeah, might as well
Can you
get
hear
that
me?
bag.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we can hear you, Chuck.
Yeah, I was saying that Miami Heat and that Nuggets. I think it's I think it's gonna be a battle of KCP and Bruce against Strauss and Caleb Martin. Those are gonna
I'm
be
not
the
gonna
X
Mm,
lie.
factors right there.
KCP and Bruce are eating.
That's gonna be the determining factor who's gonna win that finals.
yeah, yeah. The role
Nah, Michael
players
Porter.
getting
Don't
the
forget
best
about
The
out of the
role
role
Don't
players.
forget
players.
about Michael Porter Jr. Don't forget about Michael Porter Jr. If he's hot, he at least gonna drop 25.
Oh yeah, Michael Porter Jr. is another one. Yep. But
They really are stacked. I'm not gonna lie. They really are
yeah,
stacked.
the Nuggets are stacked, bro.
Hey, Jokic is
Yeah,
Jokic is out there cooking. Jamal Murray has no mercy on nobody. Like the whole Lakers series, he was fiending for D'Angelo Russell. He was looking for him.
Right. It got so bad they put him on the bench.
I know
Man,
That's
because
when you know
he
it's
just
bad.
wants
When your coach
put you
loses
on the
his
bench.
faith in you and says, "We're benching you, bro."
yeah. And everybody was so. And the crazy thing is, he was getting so much hype before the Nuggets. Everybody was
Right.
saying they were saying that Lakers were basically saying we don't need Kyrie. We're just gonna go ahead and re-sign D'Angelo Russell because we don't need to spend
Yeah.
that much money.
Which
Now all
was
that's just thrown out the window.
and D Russell, man. I remember when he first got drafted to LA, and it was like, all right, we got something, and then it just he don't show up, man. You
Yeah.
don't know who you're getting on a day-to-day basis.
Now I think the Warriors traded him so fast.
Yep.
It's
He's
crazy.
hardened.
I think I ain't gonna lie, Crunch. Kyrie should not go to the Lakers. But I'm telling you, they do this. They try to do this every ever since they won the championship. You see what the Lakers try to do? They try to make big signings and try to build up stacked teams. Like remember, after they won the chip, they signed the two six mans of the year. They signed Montrezl Harrell and Dennis Schroeder, and they signed all those good players because they thought they was
yeah.
about to.
That made no sense to me. That was a solid team. That all we had to do was re-sign everybody we already had.
Yeah, they tried.
Instead, you that's stupid, man.
That was dumb, bro.
I mean, the idea didn't sound bad. They signed both the two six mans of the year, so their bench strength would be amazing. But I
But then
mean,
we gave up two centers that were pretty good on defense. They were pretty solid. And now
yeah.
you putting AD back at center, which he didn't want to be a center. Like he don't want to play center. So why would you put that man in there when you got two 7-footers that's available?
Yeah, I think if Kyrie goes to the Lakers, it's gonna be one of those signings where everybody's gonna be like, oh wow, they're gonna have a chance to win it all, but then they'll just I don't know. I feel like it just won't collide.
Yeah,
I
but
think
then as soon as something don't go right on behind the scenes, man, this is gonna be a shit show.
yeah, I think Kyrie
Yeah.
should just stay. I think Kyrie should just stay with Dallas. They're a pretty decent organization. Maybe they can get DeAndre Ayton or something like that. I think they should. I think he should just stay, collect the money.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna go
Hey,
ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up, though.
all right.
All right, y'all.
All right.
All
Have
right,
a
man.
good
Watch
one.
yourself.
Yeah, all right.